It's pretty solid, and you can cast it on other people.
Yeah. So apparently, the feat that I took gave me. Here, let me show it to you because I don't want other people to know because I want it to come as a surprise. Damn it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to get.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yep. So
we get a lot of really exact.
Okay.
You get one of those for free.
Yeah. I know
like
that.
you get a free cast.
What do they get a lot of?
Yeah.
I need to know.
That much, but I wasn't aware.
We'll never find out.
I clicked on the shorts tab by accident, and apparently auto plays.
Oh yeah,
so.
What place autoplay?
I have prepared all of my. No, I haven't. I have one more spell to prepare.
In the shorts section on YouTube, I was like, I wonder if there's any funny shorts, but it just started auto playing a video.
Oh. It also bugs me that you can't like search timeline for shorts. And like they're short, I kind of get it, but also I would like to have the option.
You can on TikTok. So I don't know,
What?
like, yeah, you, like some. I think the video maker can like decide against it. It's usually a timestamp that you have to scroll over the whole video instead of the actual timestamp, but not on YouTube Shorts because it's worse in every way. Somehow.
Because it's trying to be TikTok and just kind of slapped together.
And TikTok's just trying to be Vine.
I'm going to be honest
About
here.
that.
TikTok beat Vine.
Yeah.
I loved Vine, but nobody watched Vine on Vine. People watch TikTok on TikTok.
Honestly, fair.
Which is not necessarily makes it better, but it does make it more viable as a platform to continue existing,
Yeah.
which Vine doesn't.
Yeah. That's Vine stuff.
Vine's so, we are going to get started here. You guys have just ended by finishing up killing 5 keyfishers that were on different parts of this place. I've not reset it all up because we will probably be exiting this pretty soon. The 5 bodies are on the ground. One is burning, but is not on fire. It's slowly putting itself out.
It's smoldering a little bit.
Yeah, but that one's probably the most heavily damaged. The one you killed in one shot is the least damaged. The other 3 have medium amounts of damage. So 1 is poor, 1 is great, 3 are mediocre. Besides all this, though, you guys have seen on the ground the filaments are still there, but if you follow them up, they don't go anywhere, but you must be careful. The filament is sticky on its own, and it's just annoying to deal with.
Is there a bag that'll be able to throw these in already?
You can move the yellow one closer, too.
Oops. Plug something.
Yeah, you unplugged the.
You unplugged the aux cord.
My apologies.
Did you do that?
I can never forgive you.
There you go.
Where does it plug into?
That thing?
Is it the one that says aux?
Yes.
Plugs it in. Jig.
Yeah, we just killed a bunch of things. Jig.
It's not too bad. Anyway.
But still, I think it's fun.
Another fiend.
Oh, this one's appropriate.
If I'm not,
Sorry, what were the conditions of
if I'm
them?
not getting spoiled,
1 poor,
I can't
burned.
preemptively make
1 near pristine, which is the one you killed in 1 shot. 3 mediocre.
Okay.
Can the other pencil like this that's up in the other line?
Oh, here, just throw that away then, because I don't have any refills.
Okay.
Over there. He moved
Ah.
it.
You're both No. done.
What?
I'm not.
So, besides all this, though, as they're all on the ground now, as they all fell in various states, 70 feet above you hangs a human-sized blob of filament with a small, you can just kind of see some brown hair over it. You found this right before you all started here, but you are now all in the center of this room, crisscrossing these as best you can.
Did we decide on who's piloting Squark today?
It's either going to be me or if Evan wants to do it.
Okay.
Pilot Squark or just?
I'm piloting Godfrey.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
It doesn't matter to me. We have Squirks.
I have it right
information.
here.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright, Gunmar will turn to Squark. So,
Okay.
Squark, are you able to get the?
Oh, that is level 4 Squark, but it doesn't change much.
Can you get the thief down? Get the kid down.
Vanya standing there on the wall, most of the way up the wall in a spider. I just climb up. Just
Listen, Vanya, we're just not used to having
Are you still
spiders
holding
on the
Tanner?
team.
what?
Are you still holding Tanner?
What?
Oh, yeah, you did rescue Tanner from a 40-foot fall.
Cool. Tanner's got
Tanner, hold on tight!
Whoa there, okay. Just
All
hold
right,
on.
then.
Just,
Alright then.
he's holding on very tight to you. The cavern sides get very, very close, but they never meet. There's actually a tenuous flow, but it goes down to inches wide. Where he is hanging from, you can the functional ceiling is 80 feet high. He hangs 10 feet below that fierce, 5 feet than him of filament. As you get much, much closer, he's human size, but he's mostly wrapped up in filament. You can see a mouth, and the mop of hair, but his face is otherwise covered, and his whole body is functionally covered. You can't even see his boots.
Hey, Tanner, is he breathing?
Tanner will run a medicine check.
I can run Tanner if you running Tanner.
Ah, it's fine. Tanner ran, because I know Tanner actually has a positive intelligence. It's you're about 10 feet from them, and Tanner's looking out, and it's hard to see, but without touching and just looking very, very intently, he can see some movement in the lips. There is shallow breathing.
He's alive.
Alright, see if we can get him down safely. He's been through enough.
Am I able,
First
as
thing
a
is going to find
spear,
is a bloody kind of
shoot
a fire.
Yes, you can.
like not to capture, but to attach it? Still have
You're
it
just
coming
gonna like
out of me.
smack it with your
Out of combat, I'm gonna give you have a lot more flexibility with that web.
Vania, the filament's already sticky. If you just whack your butt on it, it should stick to you.
There's a certain level of certainty that comes to putting your own on.
It's weird, but because of how close it goes in, without trying hard, because you're a large creature at the moment, yeah, you put out your the in part of a arachnid, abdomen, and yeah, this is still sticky, and so it sticks to you. It's now attached to you and the ceiling.
And then I can hold up Tanner and have Tanner like start putting it off the ceiling. Yeah.
Tanner's got actual dagger in addition to.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Tanner will roll to. He's.
Like the filament.
There's a thing. Okay, we're gonna say he uses he has a dagger.
Can I say in the meantime, back 2 legs to actually like pull out my web and just like start wrapping?
Yeah,
just
like
be extra
wrapping around
secure.
you. Yeah, that's actually quite a good move.
Ah, the feast, right?
This guy's gotta be, like, if it weren't for the fact that he's...
I'm not gonna give them a 1. You're allowed to miss, but you're not allowed to crit fail when I'm piloting
Well,
you.
also Tanner's a halfling, you have to reroll it anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right!
Well, there you go.
There we go. Cool, that's shit, but this is a rope, so, 16, I think. Which is enough! Give me a D4.
2.
4!
Sorry, I already rolled it.
Did you wall?
It does about half the damage needed, and a knife is now falling 80 feet to the ground. You all knew this was happening, you step out of the way, and it hits the
Oh, did
ground.
he throw it?
Yeah, he's too far away to hit it. Safely. If he wanted to jump and try to hit twice, well, you can't. Gonna throw in the second one.
If I'm big, I'm a giant spider, more
Yep.
large beasts. How close do I need to get for Tanner to be reached?
You need to get about 5 feet higher, but at that angle, you're already really
Because
far.
it's already kind of like this, basically.
Yeah.
Your butt's taking up most of the space up there.
There's an inversion going on here that if it wasn't for the fact that you can occupy a large amount of 3D space, he would be hugging you to not fall, let alone do nothing or do something. His second dagger also falls this time, missing entirely.
What?
You're gonna be a mug.
Bart, can you go give her a hand?
Aw.
As you fly up, you fly about 40 feet up, which is where the battle took place, easily. And then you see, as coming very, very close to you, are other strands of filament that occupy the last 30 seconds a point. This is where they capture a lot of their food, in what's on the ground, and things that fall in through this top. So, as you get closer, you will suddenly see, like, oh shit, it's a web. It's not a web, and you can dodge it. I just need a dex save.
Okay. Spork is going to attempt to do that.
It's not my web, is it?
No.
No.
This is the web that they used to capture things coming in.
So sorry, Squark. Squark, do you have anything good? Any good things? No.
Might have inspiration.
I don't know.
I don't
It's a
know
new
either.
sheet. That's a 4. 6.
Nice. You get about 5 feet into it when your wing gets hit, and as you pull in instinctively, you get pulled into it, and you are now grappled by one of these webs.
Okay, guys.
Um,
Why don't we just take a minute
Guys,
and figure this out?
Tanner's gonna throw one more dagger because I think he has one more. Oh yeah, and minimum damage is enough. It only has 5 hit points.
I know what I
Okay,
can do.
cool.
I can
Snap.
turn into a swarm of
You feel this sudden weight as the support from the ceiling is now cut off. You are the only thing supporting both Tanner and this body. You are about at your weight capacity.
Cool.
I know you're dealing with a lot right now, Vanya, but could you grab Squark on the way down?
Honestly, as you were climbing past, you notice these. They're like oddly far apart, but if you're in 3D space, they get really tightly knitted in a like up and down cylinder ways. So going this way, they're really hard to hit. Going to the wall, you can just kind of work around them.
Does anyone remember if Squark happens to have any Dragon Breath left? Did he use both of them?
He did not use both of them.
Okay. I'm good. You can just go on down. I can take care of this, I think.
I will say, by the way, you're just grappled. You have no movement, but you can like.
I
move
can just.
stuff. Yeah, you are not restrained.
I was just going to Dragon Breath it away, but first I will try to escape.
You can just like punch
Yeah.
it and deal fire damage to it to like burn it away.
Yeah, that's an option.
I
to
have forgotten that was a thing.
You make it down safely.
Okay.
Unless you want to do something on the way down.
Unless you want to not make it down safely.
Let go.
70 feet, I do fall, paraglide.
There's a type of spider that does that.
Like
You are not that type of spider.
I really quickly make a web wing.
Is that a key thing? That
It is a key thing. It's okay. No, you can use this key.
Yeah, I'll do that. Attack, 5 punch. Good lord.
Mickey.
That is a 12.
You lash out, but you're already at a weird angle, and you just can't quite hit it in an effective way.
I hit it again.
All right,
That one is a 16.
it hits.
Is the thing that...
Good news, changing the damage type to fire doesn't consume ki, so you can just keep doing that.
Oh yeah. Oh good.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
We just see up in the rafters, just like fire everywhere.
That was 6 fire damage.
That's enough.
Like fucking Zuko.
Yeah,
the ceiling.
Basically, I'm not gonna make you do it twice for either end, but you do it once and it starts smoldering and burning, and it's literally. It's not vulnerable to flames, but it doesn't like it. It's a great way to attach it, and it just kind of starts smoldering away from you. And thankfully, you went that deep into it, you just fall and catch yourself.
I head back down.
You good?
My job being done.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry.
You sound different. You okay? It's from being attached to that flaming cave fisher, isn't it? I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's probably that.
It's
sure you'll be fine.
ventilation.
I'm sure you'll be fine in a few days.
Godfrey did want me to do something. When you guys got down... By the way, some of you got Channel Divinity. When that body gets down, he wants to cure wounds. Or use cure wounds.
Cool.
But that body is currently encased in filament.
Dunmore will try to carefully...
Tanner picks up his 3 knives.
Yeah.
Thank you for the ride
Maybe
and saving me.
someone with more dexterity should cut open the body bag.
Does his dagger.
You want me to do that? That's kind of what I do.
Put that away and take out your own.
Yeah, like...
Take out the one that only has a blade on one side.
I bought that dagger!
I'm gonna try something real quick while you're doing that.
Can I open it with survival?
Yes, you may.
I cast message to the person. Are you okay in there?
You don't get a response.
Cool.
In a conscious way. You do know the spell took effect, but none response.
He's not conscious. As a side note.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a 16.
That's enough to get rid of the filaments. They are hard to break. So it's very, very deliberate. They're actually quite strong and insanely sticky. But as they each get broken, it's like they get less sticky. It's something about the tension of the filament is what beats the stickiness. So when you break the tension, it just becomes, it's still sticky, but way less.
Okay.
And so it goes from instant super glue to post-it note. And so take that. Takes you a while. He's in wrapping, and you notice because you have a high survival and that was a good roll. His legs are independently heavily bound after you get through the first couple layers, and he has less wrapping the further up you go. But as you cut the wrapping on his legs, you can see the great deal of damage the cave fishers have done over the past several days. There are chunks of his thighs and calves completely missing. His left leg from the shin down is functionally bone.
Just as I'm seeing this, still cutting. Godfrey, you're gonna want to. Everybody who can heal, get over here.
Godfrey comes over, and the second he can
comes over.
see health of flesh, he is going to cast a second level Cure Wounds, which is what he wanted to do. Wow, I don't know what's going on with my tablet. It's doing shit. Wow, he cures for 17.
Before you go, can you get me a pen?
Gunmar will
Can you
use
get me a red
the
pen?
remaining of his lay on hands to kind of heal him up as well. Which is 10.
You realize right before you use it that as Godfrey's energy flows into it, the wounds themselves close. So they scab over and then quickly turn to new skin, and they heal as best they can, but his left leg has been eaten.
That's regenerate levels of bad.
That's gone. His right foot is actually still missing major portions of muscle. It does not... It closes and heals the wound as naturally as possible, but it can't regrow major muscle portions and stuff like that.
It scars over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It functionally is a useless bone. So his legs have been completely eaten. But you are happy to see that his forearms, as they get revealed, you can see the new freshly covered, because it does have a different look to it, where they had nibbled at him and done decent damage, but it was not enough that the Cure Wounds couldn't fix that. So his arms have been saved, as well as much of his torso.
Okay.
And he's also now completely stable. After this energy goes into him, and you finish up with the last bits of filament around his head, he leaves out a big gasp and is awake.
Are you? How you doing, buddy?
Let me look.
He is wearing commoner's clothing. And I have other things. Famous Pandrews 4. Oh, okay, the only thing I have. Basically, he's wearing commoner's clothing. He seems to have a pair of gloves on his hands that are fingerless. And he has a satchel to his side. Other than that, he looks to be in his late teens. His early teens. I guess early teens is 14 and lower.
Yeah, no, that's kid.
No, he's mid-teen. He's mid to late teen. I'll just tell you right
16.
now. He's 16.
Yeah.
So he's just getting stubble on him, like a little bit of peach fuzz and a bad mustache that he's trying to grow out. He's got relatively mid-length brown hair. He's a little thin. You're not 100% sure if that's maybe a lifestyle thing, or it's him not having any food and water for 4 days. Or at least 3.5, because that's when the thievery occurred. So he's looking pretty gaunt, pretty weak. And as he starts moving around, his left leg, as he lifts it up where the bone was attached, just naturally falls away, and it's been covered with just flesh. But the remainder of his bones and stuff like that, from basically the shin down, is just sitting there, gone. No longer attached. His right foot, he can't move. Did you guys see those things?
Yes, they're dead.
They're very dead.
Okay.
I'm here. We're gonna get you out of here. But at least I am.
There's also something else. I wouldn't happen to have a chest of gold anywhere.
No?
Inside.
Go ahead.
Inside
Also.
16.
Can I
But yours-
inside of the
You may.
spider? As a
You keep-
spider?
You keep all your mental
Yeah, you
stats?
keep your brain.
You just hear the spider version of bullshit.
Cocked, yeah.
That's super
Yeah, it's
cocked.
very cocked.
Inspiration.
Who needs a dice box when you
14.
14?
9.
9?
With my inspiration.
16?
16.
Alright.
I need a icebox.
You and you both. You know for a
I have
fact
two
that
sheets
he
I can't put
is
here.
probably the guy you're
Like,
talking
over
about. But, like, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just a kid who fell in here. Like, there's no distinguishing marks. They didn't get a good look at him. You two, when you see that, you get a glance of that. He takes a protective stance around the satchel of his. And kind of see the crack in his voice. He's quite good at lying. You're just kind of better at telling.
Gunmar gets on his knees. He's like, I do not quite know the situation that you found yourself in. At least before you ended up, for lack of a better term,
Here.
with the cave fishers. But we still need that troll that you do have it. Particularly in that central of yours.
Kind of looks around you, surrounded by 8 people. In a very well-lit cavern now.
And a spider.
And spider, and he
It
seems
doesn't
oddly
seem to be
calm with the
doing
spider.
anything.
I have 2 in my hands.
You got a nice spider.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, fine. Alright. And he tries to stand up and immediately falls, and that's when
Gunmar
he
goes
notices.
catch him.
You do, but the realization is now hit that he looks at
Technically.
his right leg is functionally just skin and bone. His left leg is gone from the shin down. Oh my god. What?
Sparing you the gruesome details. We did all we could.
No, that's. Oh my god. And just like you can see the shock kind of coming down on him, and he's kind of going into more of a kind of a waking comatose state, kind of a sense of shock, and he's just like feeling his legs and trying to move and trying to figure out stuff, and he's kind of in a world of his own at the moment. He did have enough to take off the satchel before he tried to put it off, so the satchel next to him.
Gunmar tries to get us like, hey! You're alright? It's fucking suck. Like, I'm trying to make this sound better than I'm
No, it's good.
capable
No,
of.
keep going.
Look. Tell us why you took. You are truthful. If you are cooperative, I may be able to send you somewhere that's somebody that may be some beings that may be.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck!
Do you have inspiration?
No,
You-
I used it. That's a 3 plus.
He looks at you as a figure of authority and is looking at you and just like, look, I had my reasons. Just, hey kid, best you can you not let the guards know I'm alive? I'll figure out my way out of here, something like that.
I have a better idea.
Oh, when he tossed the satchel, it was heavy and it fell with a thump.
I'll put it on.
I have a better idea. It doesn't involve me turning you in, though. That's me saying that. Not probably converse this with.
No, it's fine. Keep
I know what
going.
you're going
I'll ask my questions later.
You're familiar with what a bag of holding is, yes?
If you're trying to put a person in the bag of holding, that's not allowed.
That's
Damn it.
not allowed in this game.
No.
Fuck.
I
We can pick him up, and
Yeah, listen, unless you give us a valid reason for what you did, as much as I hate to say, you can't just
if it's a
so,
valid enough reason, I will help you.
We're generally good people. We've done it before. Just need a reason.
Give me a new persuasion check. It is at a higher DC as you're trying it again. I will allow that to count as help.
I have a higher
Yeah.
charisma. So
I did wind up taking Slasher.
nice.
Like Freddie Mercury.
Damn it, I couldn't.
I really missed that. Mark.
I
Did
couldn't
you watch
use
the
my
Freddie
fucking
Mercury
channel
movie?
divinity
That
bullshit.
arc of his life?
Just when it becomes
Going into people's dreams.
25.
solid. He looks at you up and down and just like. He does, but he takes a second glance. Is that somebody we know? No, that's Jet's Pizza. Never mind. I was like, does somebody have a new car? I'm like, no. He looks at you and then like looks at you again and just like, "You're Kobo.
Yeah.
You from around here?"
Yeah. So hold on, pausing real quick. That was a loaded fucking question. I'm sure I've heard one. Can I get an insight on what what answer he?
Hoping for it?
Yeah, hoping for there.
Sure.
Is that a thing I can do with insight?
That's a perfect thing you can do with insight.
I will be from wherever you want.
But that is a very good point of insight. Everybody uses this for, like, is he lying? It's like, no, what's just his intentions? Like, what does he want to hear?
6.
He's a little hard to read in this particular sense. He's a very guarded individual. You don't know if he wants you to say you're local, from afar, from very far away. But you do hear the question, at the least.
I am an Empire kobold.
Alright. I didn't know if they came outside the Empire. I've only seen local ones. Anyway, I'm doing this because I need the money. I have, I have a younger sister. She's a little sick. And we used the money we got from my father's passing already, but, she's still sick, and each casting costs money. And so, yeah, this was gonna pay for a lot more treatments. And maybe she would stop being sick, maybe she wouldn't, but it helped me when I was a kid, but go ahead.
Yeah, insight about the sister specifically.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, also inside.
I want money.
21.
Same.
Huh?
Hurt.
No, I mean like as a beast when I transfer.
Oh, the window's open,
I'll
so...
turn into a whale.
No, I mean like the money I have, I can just go "Ugh," and the money I have comes out.
12. 21.
12? 21. Like a 1 flat?
1 flat.
Okay. You cannot get a beat on this guy. I'm gonna roll for him.
Anyone get a read on this?
You're
No.
hearing the words, but you cannot tell if he's lying or if he's telling the truth. You hold well enough that you really can't get a one way or the other. You two, on the other hand, hear the inflections when he speaks of the of the sister. Especially you really do pick up on his mannerisms and stuff like that. The flicking of his eyes, recalling information. He does seem to be telling the truth. The truth being, he has a sister. Sister is sick. Money was for sister.
Okay. See, that's
reasonable.
That's reasonable.
And
Now, we can't give you this money because money is already other people's. However, we will tell them that you're dead. Or at the very least, we didn't find you.
I'll take that. I don't want to worry my mom. It's gonna take a lot to get off my feet again, but
Do I remember how much those prosthetics in the store were?
They were... Well, fuck that. That's gone. Oh, no. Actually, I remember the sign. They didn't have a price. They said custom order only. You do know they're relatively uncommon, and that price range puts it anywhere between 200 to 600 gold apiece.
Well,
Look, I don't need charity. And at this point, you can see as he holds up his hand, he's wearing gloves, and these gloves aren't ordinary. I'm gonna let you all see it because he's being very upgraded about it. He's wearing gloves with the markings of Tanner, and you would recognize this. Of the halfling god Barbaberes, stitched under them in black thread over black leather fingerless gloves. It's Blanda Barris.
Is
Blanda Barris.
Is the kid a halfling? Did I miss that?
No, he's human.
Okay.
Tanner, I'm gonna say... No. Oh, shit, no, you don't get the halfling one. Shit. Godfrey knows this. Oh, Godfrey knows this, because he worships the halfling pantheon. He's gonna, say he did a religion check and just figured that out. He looks at it and goes, Goddess, oh, fuck me, I don't want to fuck this up, because this is introducing a god.
This is my god. If my god.
I work at Turret, just buy one.
He is the god of thievery and fairness. He is a halfling god. And he points that out, That's the marking. He looks at it and goes, I didn't recognize it. I picked this up. I got these on loan a couple days, the day before I came in.
Sure.
So you were hired.
No, I got these on loan. It was my idea. I can sell them to you now, and they are worth a lot. And I'll pay back the guy somehow.
Well, nah, I might say that I'm not interested in those. They're good with Tanner.
Oh,
I got you.
Yeah.
I like to show off my country western every so.
Make me an offer. And I'm kind of in your hands here, so...
I don't have access to Tanner's gold. I know Tanner wanted was of thievery.
Yep.
I don't know how much they are, how much Tanner would offer for them. Also, I don't have any money either. We kind of just went on a big ass shopping trip
Yep.
where we spent all our fucking
Let
money.
me go ahead and check the back.
Gunmar isn't comfortable.
I thought
leaving him
Danner
by
said
himself.
that he's had quite a bit of money left. More than most people.
I have 150.
Beck, I think, has... Not Beck, sorry. Squawk has a fair
I
amount.
have an okay amount.
Squark has 15 gold.
Oh, shit, no. How do you... What?
Squirt bought a tattoo.
Yeah, but it wasn't that much.
Yeah.
And, like, that's all he bought.
There's 1,200 gold.
Wasn't.
I have 485.
Ah!
That's it.
Okay.
That one hurts.
Look, I'm indebted to you guys. I'll sell these for half of what I paid for them.
How much did you pay for them?
I took out a loan for 450 gold.
That is
225.
Yeah.
Not a number that comes up with the die roll, but it is a number in the range.
But I suppose I could chip in a little bit if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than not, honestly.
I'll go ahead and chip in.
turn back into a half one. Give them the 27 blank gold coins.
2 and 5 silver and 5 gold, you mean?
No, it's 27.
Oh, yeah, you give him
yeah.
all his gold?
No, for the gold without the normal symbols on it.
Without the stamp.
Oh,
The ones
okay.
we got in the tomb, right?
The unmarked gold coins.
Oh, so you're giving him all of those?
Yes,
Okay.
Grania does not want to spend them.
That's 27 of 2... 25?
There's about 200 left. I'll toss in 50 and we can figure out more
I'll toss
later.
in 50.
Tanner will probably pay you guys back. Whatever he can.
I'll toss in 50.
Then
Just make sure you have it off your sheets and what you contributed.
I'll toss in another 40.
we're like 5 short.
I'll throw in 5.
Wait, you're 50, right?
I'm not throwing
50,
You're not
50, 50.
Yeah.
40.
Tanner probably threw in 50. I think he's got at least 50.
I'm 67.
Tanner will take up the difference. So, 58 from Tanner. 50, 50, 50.
Alright.
He takes off the gloves and hands them to Tanner, who pockets them.
So we can get rid of the guard. There are guards at the entrance of this area.
Wait, I think we can make this simple. Did the guards hire you or the company hire you?
Good company.
Thanks, Joel. Then I'm okay. I'll go talk to Joel. He went to you guys. They didn't bring in the guard. No trial.
Who's
Joel's the foreman.
Joel Green.
Foreman.
Joel O'Brien is the foreman of the mine.
The half, not halfling, half elf that we met.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bring me the Joel. If he's hired the guild and not the guards, it means he's probably won't have to. If I can convince him, he won't do the charges.
Do you know him?
As much as I know any of the other big guys, you know? He's a local guy. I've known him here and there.
Anything you'd like us to tell him?
If you can bring me to him, that would be the best.
Cool. And I pick him up.
He is emancipated, so he's incredibly light. Emaciated. You're right. Emancipated is freedom.
Not that
Which
you look at
technically
me.
is still emancipated.
What? Okay.
Anyway, go ahead and get out.
But we're coming back for the bodies.
Okay, yeah. If you want to take...
If you guys want to stay here and gather up the bodies and make sure it's eligible,
Are these medium or small creatures?
Medium.
me and Sparky can go up and talk to the foreman.
They're relatively heavy, which...
Yeah.
So, let's see... No, you would need like a cart or something like that, which, as some of you exit, Jeremy and Jebediah are there, just hanging out. Oh, you finished up over there?
Yep,
Alright.
we're gonna need a cart.
Understood. We'll go get one. Did you kill them all?
Alright.
As far as we know.
There were 5.
If you're confident enough, me and a couple of the men can go and gather the bodies and bring them to you guys.
Okay, yeah. Plus we still got.
Okay.
So even if we didn't get them.
Help load it up and stuff like that. So a card is brought. In this particular case, I kind of want to keep the party together. So, you just kind of hang out with. He's not giving you his name. In the corner of the caverns, as it takes about a couple minutes for a cart to be brought up on the outside, and they, with your help, and several brewery miners, easily load this whole cart up. While those couple minutes goes by, I'm going to give it to Tana, because Tana will be looking out for this. Notices that during the fight, a couple of the crystals fell. And, like, decent chunks, they look kind of pretty, and just pockets them. Adventurer's Sense says there he found about 4 big pieces of smoky quartz worth about 50 gold apiece.
Yes.
Like 200.
There were smaller chunks and even bigger chunks. The bigger chunks were too big to move. Smaller chunks are worthless. These are big, nice formed smoky quartz.
sizable.
Yep.
And they look nice.
And they're pretty. So yeah, takes about a couple minutes. They bring a card in. It does have like almost everything here CMC written on the side. They fill up the cart. They put the best one on top and the worst one on the bottom. And they start wheeling it out. They are just hand pushing this cart. Both of them. And it's like, so where to now? You just want to get to the edge of camp? We can let you borrow the cart for the day.
We need to stop by the foreman.
That's easy enough. It's by the gate.
Alright. And then.
I bet you want to get paid. I understand.
Yeah. And then we still need to decide that out before we leave.
Sounds good. At this point, they have made no notice of the guy you're carrying.
Yeah, of the guy with one leg. laying.
Yep. Just make sure you get that pay. You know, we got a lot of guys here who rely on that weekly stuff.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, there's Grace. As you guys,
As we're walking down, I want to ask, oh, what's your name, kid? Or what should I call you?
Boyle, Lucas Boyle.
Gunmarduku.
That's you.
Go ahead and take you to your sister. See what we can do afterwards.
Sure, I'll be preached to again.
I won't say that. I'm not much of the preaching type, said the paladin.
He's not. That
No.
constantly preaches to everyone about forgiveness. But yeah, so to the foreman.
Yep, it takes you about 20 minutes to get through the rows and rows of tents that make up this mining gig. So it's a big mining area, and you look at some of these tents. There's a bunch of like smelteries, especially near the base of the mountain. They take up a lot of room, and they look to be built and unbuilt constantly. It's kind of how you do clay-based smelteries. That takes up a lot of the room, and that's where a lot of workers are and stuff like that. You also see mounds of ore as you go by, sorted into different piles. Unfortunately, none of you are miners or have history in mining. You can't quite tell at a glance.
None of us have history in mining. Yep. Doug Thomas.
He has a massive point! That's the whole thing with
Okay, that is a solid point.
I would definitely be level with at least surface level minerals.
I will let you know that, yeah, you know enough about geology and stuff like that, yeah. One pile has a reddish hint to it, and you can tell that's iron ore. It is the smallest pile. The two other ones have silvery / grayish-ness to them, and they are far more crystalline. You recognize it as tin detritus, which is a very pure form of naturally forming tin. Tin does not purely come in that often. It likes to alloy. So, finding a pure source of tin, which still isn't like pure, but pure enough, is quite rare. That is the biggest pile here. You also can tell that, like, looking at these smelteries, they're not that big. And you know tin doesn't have to get that hot.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons that they can produce a lot of money without a lot of people here. Oh, and the other pile was coal. Yeah. As you're going down, and you see a lot of tents, and some of them look to have just guys in it, probably on a different shift. This mine probably works 24/7, because it's always dark down there anyway. And you hear a landslide coming down very slowly.
Stepped on the twig.
As you're carrying it down and they're leading you to the way, it looks to be set up in this kind of one main path, but the path kind of wiggles and runs. You see a small little smithing area that has a couple blacksmiths that work. A lot of tents that have guys in it sleeping. A lot of tents that have guys in it just relaxing. Probably just got off a shift. And you see quite a big mess hall that's also in a tent, but the cookery and area is all outside. After of it is just the smell of hearty stew and the smell of kind of like oak logs and stuff. Takes you about 20 minutes to get all the way through. You have a much better view now that you're coming down the slope. Going up, it actually is a pretty steep incline. You're really just focused on not falling. So going down, you get much more of it. But yeah, you get outside the foreman's office. They leave the cart out front of there and just say, just return in within the next day or two. We got plenty of them, so it's okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Well, they actually knock on the door real quick and it's like, Joel, you got visitors. And you hear shouts from the inside and like, yeah, it's those guys. Alright. And he opens the door and walks away.
Thank you. And Gumar walks in.
As well as
Yeah.
I assume
Yeah.
the rest of the party.
I've got the money on me. I'm coming in.
Joel looks up at you guys and just like, you make good time. By the way, it's been about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Based on downtime gathering, those filaments are fucking sticky. So like, it's like if you trotted one on accident on like one of the guys, they're just like, this is a 5-minute deal. That'll like fuck me. And just anyway, he's at his desk.
Score, can you come punch this string?
Bam, bam. Open palm fist to the ground. So, welcome back. You make good time.
Thank you. Found the chest.
That's all that the guy had. I take it off over and boom on.
He lifts it open and starts pulling out things. He pulls out a couple of things. Pulls out one day's rations. That looks like to just be the kid's lunch or something like that. All functionally gone. Water skin, set of thieves' tools. A couple like small notebook or some kind. And the big thing that's actually in there is a box. The box does not have dimensions. It is 6 inches by 15 inches by 5 inches. So it's long, narrow. It is made of solid metal, but it's not thick metal. This is soldered, folded iron. So it's really nice and compact and sturdy, but it's not impenetrable. Though the lock on it looks quite beefy. And taking a closer look at it, it's been attempted to be opened, but it doesn't look like it has been opened. So it's got tons of markings on it all over the place. It also has a handle, and on the front and back, it has the initials. It's painted blue, though rusted in places, and in white CMC. You see Joel get a key out, looks up at you, looks up at the kid, looks back down, opens it. It does, despite all the markings on this, as he puts the key in and turns buttery smooth. This is a very important lock. Opens it up and you just see a mound of gold and platinum. Your adventure sense kicks in. You can tell it's about 2,200 in gold. Maybe a little bit more. And he looks at it and starts like going like clink, 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 across rows of coins and stuff. And brings up even kind of bundles and holds it and just like, I'm pretty sure this is all here.
Pleasure.
Along with that,
Pleasure.
Thank you.
that was in person student design inside the list of 1 part of pieces. There's also a piece of parchment in there, and he picks it and he unfolds it. You can't quite really see it, but it is thin enough that you can kind of see that it's this pressed piece of paper that has been written on. Enough of you are commonly enough to know enough about these that it's just a sheet of names and time. So it's a pay sheet.
Okay.
You don't get any names or anything like that. You'll kind of see through it. It's very cheap paper. But this is the work roster. That like how much do they mine and how much do they do at the end of the week. And it looks like it's been erased and changed hundreds of times.
Part of why it's as thin as it is.
Yep. And so he looks at that and like, this is good. Puts that back down, thinks, clinks, locks it again, puts the key away, takes it and shoves it under the desk. You upheld your part of the bargain. Carcasses are yours if there's anything left. Hope you did. They're worth a decent bit.
Yeah.
So is this the guy?
Real quick.
Yep.
Should we fill Grace in real
Yep.
quick so far?
We gathered all the stuff. We saved the man's life. We left the thing.
Yeah.
We are now.
You have
Yes,
your
there's
gloves.
an important middle thing. He had some gloves of thievery.
Ah, I have gloves
Uh,
of thievery now. That's
He
excellent.
was
and he
doing,
still couldn't get that lock open. Right.
he was doing this because he has a sick sister and for the payments.
Everyone's
Yeah,
sick
you know
siblings.
what? Like
Everyone's got
Sparky,
8 names and 6 siblings.
Sparky
Welcome to
literally
the Middle
begged
Ages.
him to be like, listen, give us a reason to help you, please.
Yeah, right.
And so we did. Part of the reason is we're not gonna just jail.
Because
Joel
then his
O'Brien.
sister would be fucked.
Right.
And also we paid him about half market price for the gloves.
Market. Half black market
Half
price.
black
But
market.
yeah.
Also, his legs are basically eaten by the kingfishers. He's got like half a leg left.
And
He's not gonna be doing any thieving on that.
and you got 4 like smoky quartz geos.
Oh yeah.
Worth
During the fighting, a couple of the quartz fell down. Your adventure sense like those are pretty and are nice. They put them in your
Oh.
bag.
Gems.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 4 50 gold smoky quartz gems. They're about the size of your fist. They're quite big.
Or it's got to be big to be worth
Mhm.
something.
Yeah. Let's see when. Basically the price of them was $225.
Yeah.
The
Most
price
of us-
of the gloves or the gems?
Gloves
The
were
gloves.
$225.
Okay.
Most everyone pitched in $50 to
Okay.
help with it.
So,
Because no one knew how much money you had, so we just
That's fair.
wanted to
Yep.
cover it.
It should be public. If anyone needs to.
I don't. I think that we're just.
I
dumb
don't
and
know
didn't-
how.
That's fair.
D&D Beyond has been messing up on my
I was
tablet.
gonna say, I'm trying to load it and it's not coming up.
No, my some specifically on tablet. It's fine on my phone. Sorry, it's fine on my
It's
computer.
the acquisition.
It might be.
Because
They might be messing it up.
first they take off tablet,
Working on my
take
phone.
off computers.
My phone's always worked fine.
Somebody's name was.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Google.
The problem is Google.com.
Go to what I always did was go to the Times.
I usually use YouTube because it has to.
That's a solid point.
Any video site.
I did Times because they could spell it fast.
Cool math
I just
games.
Google a fruit that I've not Googled before.
A fruit I've not Googled before. No.
Like,
Thumb
I think
clocks.
I think I'm
strawberry
having
and
internet
orange
problems
and-
specifically.
I'm sure Google has a list of fruits you've looked up.
But free cash?
We have that information on our server somewhere.
It depends on how often you look up fruits.
Apparently,
When
every
my
time he needs to
internet
check a
acts up.
connection.
Where's
Oh,
my where's the trash can?
Well, I'm trying to connect to my house, so that would be the problem. What is? Which Timson do I need to?
Either one's good. They all have the same password. If you want the best one, do Timson 2.4.
It's 5.
5 is the best, but 4 is just more stable. But 2.4 is just, it's like rock steady, and the receiver is right there on the other side of that wall.
But I already have.
5 is perfectly good as well.
Cool.
Capital T Timson 43.
That's why I
If
couldn't
you're not
connect
careful,
anything.
though, the 5G will give you a.
If I don't
Of
get
course.
COVID from all the people at my work, I'm not getting it at all.
I should take that antibody test. I've never been sick at all, but like maybe I'm
Literally
like what?
ever in your life?
Like during COVID, no,
Oh,
like not even a
okay.
cold. I've actually been incredibly healthy these couple years.
You also stayed in
Yeah, I worked at
I
a
mean, we
bank.
all did.
during most of the pandemic. Anyway, sorry. Indeed.
Cool.
So,
Oh, yeah, you have money.
Eagle?
If you want to pay people back,
50, 50.
67.
67.
5.
no, we didn't need
No,
it.
Yeah, we
You
did.
covered whatever was left. So.
I don't know.
58.
Okay.
Basically,
thanks.
you take out 225,
No.
and the rest of you put back in what you put out.
Okay.
If Grace wants to. Pay
If Grace wants to, if you want to pay for the whole thing,
I mean, people were offering to cover it.
Tomorrow for trouble.
it's up to them. Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright.
You save 25, 27.
Somebody just told me that I want to take out.
Do you want your money back?
No, I'll keep the offer.
50, 67. Would have been 217. Would have left Tanner having to pay a whole 8 gold.
No. She was already going to pay 58, so that's where the 8 gold was going to come in. 58 at 67 would bring it to 125, and then 50, 50, 50 would be 275.
Yes, out of the 225.
Yep, never mind. Something got messed up.
I see the part of the math that went wrong.
Mhm. Anyway, gold was paid for these.
I'll keep
Just
the
tell me a
gold.
number.
200.
Okay.
should only be 58 that you have to take out. Because nobody else is...
I wasn't even
We
here.
fuck it, we can just say Gunmar just paid an extra 50 because he's a nice guy and he does that shit anyway.
Okay.
No, leave it fine. No, you're fine.
Okay.
They all paid. They already took out the amount. More was enough.
Whatever.
More than enough was
So
paid.
8's enough for you.
Okay.
I think.
Alright. So,
You guys are in front of Joel. Joel has confirmed that the money is back. You learned that the kid's name is Lucas Boyle. He seems to be a very guarded individual. You guys have failed a couple different insight checks against him. But no one has... You've not all failed. Like, some of you have failed each time, but everyone has passed at least once. So Lucas, Joel's looking up at Lucas, and Lucas just goes, "Hey, Joel." Just kind of goes silent. Goes like, "All right, what kind of conditions is he in?"
right leg is...
Right leg
Right
is,
leg is de-musclified.
The right leg is useless, but still there. The left leg is just gone.
No, more like
Emaciated.
Gunmar
Mason.
really that was me.
Emancipated
yeah.
free slaves.
just did this. Like, I
Yeah,
was
we literally
emaciated.
just did the bit.
You should really just stop trying to use the word emaciated in D&D.
It's a very good word.
It's a good word, but not what it always comes out.
He's
as
also been
emancipated.
emancipated.
So the K-fishers, they basically restrict the limbs when they have something big. They restrict the limbs to cut the blood flow and then slowly eat the body. So they have completely devoured his right.
Left leg.
His left leg from the knee down has been completely devoured to the bone. His right leg, major portions of it, from his thigh and his calf. When Godfrey put a level 2 cure wounds by his permission. He wanted to do that. It healed the area, but it was not too much was gone.
Yeah.
So it couldn't.
Regrow limbs.
His left limb specifically is gone from the knee down. His right leg is there, but none of the muscle, one of the muscle mass grew
No
back.
longer functional.
Yeah, it is leg. It does have capillaries and stuff, but it can't move. There's not muscle there.
Gunmar just goes, right leg is
You almost had it right.
emaciated.
No, you did it.
Yeah.
No.
Right leg is emaciated, left leg is gone from the knee down.
There was nothing we could do with magic to
Other than that,
fix
he's
any of
fine.
that.
Put him down. Lucas, come over here. He does have 2 chairs in front of him.
I put him
Put him
down
down,
on the
okay.
chair.
Don't like grab him and crawl.
Lucas, why? We took care of you guys after your pa passed. No? If you needed money, just come to us, come to me. You know? Yes.
I didn't ask.
Lucas is just looking down. He's not making eye contact. Just like, leave the boy here. I had my suspicions when... Well, let's just say not everyone didn't see the culprit. One of the reasons I went to the auxiliary is not the... Anyway, I don't plan on pressing charges. I'll talk to Lucas here. You guys can head on your way.
Because I personally will also have a conversation with him, but for different reasons. Do you know where we can find him afterwards?
Yeah, I'll send him back home to his ma. You want to go to the sleeve? The sluice.
Alright.
Ask for Miss Boyle.
Alright.
Go when you have the pleasure. He'll be home by tonight. And he just gestures to the door for you guys.
Head out.
Yeah, we have.
The last person who goes out.
I'll say Gunmar stays behind as he's relaying all this stuff.
He opens up a different drawer, takes out a small bag, and goes, "Alright, see you." Venturous and tells you it's 100 gold.
Sweet.
No.
Which was the amount that they were just giving you in cash.
Okay.
So, you guys are now 20 minutes outside of the north gate of Richmont. And even when you get there, you have a couple hours journey through the through Skid Row. So you got time.
Well, we need to get the cart. But where do we sell bodies? Sorry, not like human bodies, but like creature bodies.
Would
Sparky
Darwin
looks around
just
at the
know
people that are
this?
probably around.
Would Darwin just know
Just
this?
sort
Yeah.
of placed.
Yeah.
You would actually, while you've never dealt with them, K-fishers, by the way, are a commonly hunted and subterranean species. Because near every single part of them is useful.
Nice.
The Meat is known to be incredibly flavorful. It has the flavor, as we would know it, as more like lobster, dipped or marinated in a wine sauce due to the alcoholic nature of their blood, which, speaking of, is of very high proof and is used to augment, and with a very interesting flavor, also comes out clear, is very, very valuable to the gin makers down in town, so the distilleries. They use it to not only for its natural flavor and high alcohol content to modify and unify the alcoholity of their own alcohols, but you can make very specific alcohols and cocktails with them, so high-end hotels will take it so you can export it, or the gin makers will buy it from you right here. Their claws are just big and have lots of very special meat on them and worth quite a bit each. And the adhesive filament itself has incredible medicinal uses. When you saw his wounds, they were packed with filament, and you realize the stickiness and nature of it had actually a natural disinfecting property of it. It could keep an open wound closed. So in the field, it makes a great bandaging material. It is vital for any a good healer's kit. So the filament, which there's always bit in there. The last thing is the carapace. Where this is where something interesting goes. And you know, cave fixtures are usually made on insect, and so their carapaces can be used for all kinds of different things. From the makings, if you heat it up, it's like medieval plastic. So you can make combs and spoons and shit out of it and stuff like that. The same thing horn was used for. This is special. This is, you realize these are crystal cavern cave fishers. It's a sub-variety of cave fishers. Their backs grow and are seeded by quartz crystals, but also other gem crystals. So there's a small chance of finding basically fake precious gems on their back. And their carapaces are honed for their sparkly nature. They're very important or valuable in jewelry making.
Okay.
I could get some horn caps.
Really?
Cave fishers.
So how much work would it be trying to get all of the parts where they need to be to make
You can do it all an hour per body,
Okay.
which is just standard medium creature harvesting. But each one requires a successful survival, and you have bonuses to be attained on the best one, and there's a maximum on the worst one.
Okay.
You're fine.
So just to be clear, we have one great corpse, 3 good corpses, and 1 mediocre.
Yeah,
One bad, I think.
that's the one that was on fire.
That was the burnt one.
Ah, man, those fire corpses.
Yeah.
This is more common than you might think.
Because you have a cart, it would give you minor disadvantage, but you could work on 3 of them on your way back to the Auxiliaries Guild, or it takes you 20 minutes to get to the edge of town.
I'm proficient in survival, so I could probably help.
Cool.
Honestly, I don't think we need to be moving while we do it. I think we can just take our time.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. You can do it outside of town, in town, wherever you want to go. Wherever you have enough space.
Where would be the least disruptive? Is it smelly?
Town square.
Also, where's the easy with Darwin?
Forced.
Probably somewhere
I
where
can
there's
do it
space.
pretty much anywhere, as long as there's
This
space.
is a
I have the right
well-trodden, wide path with much clearing out. If you wanted to pull off, you would have more than ample room.
tools. Yeah.
Not in the middle of the road.
I'm going to refrain from trying to skin these guys. It didn't work out well the last time I skinned something.
So yeah, over the first hour, who's doing what?
I'll just be helping Darwin.
Oh, okay.
Gunmar is a
Because like you could take one and he could take one, and then someone else could help them.
Can I
Nature would be information. This is specifically harvesting from a dead body. This is a specific survival thing. But you could help.
I have a +3.
I mean, I've got a +4 with my proficiency, so.
Nope.
But so like, if you want to use 2 at a like work on 2 at a time, someone can do that.
Is anyone else good at survival?
Oh,
'Cause
I have
I'm good at survival.
I know you are.
Yeah,
I was offering to help
yeah.
you.
Darwin
But,
might be good at survival.
a little bit.
I'm imagining you have like a +6 or something.
I have a +7.
Yeah.
Where's
I forget. Do you require proficiency to help?
to help? No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Did I do that?
I don't remember.
Look down.
I think you do it a bit on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
If you have a
and
good
this,
reason.
if as long as the person heading it is proficient,
Okay.
you should be okay.
Wait,
Okay.
because it's kind of like just like
Hold.
instructing them.
Hold
like, here,
this.
hold this.
Yeah.
Give me a knife.
Yeah.
Know the other knife.
Yeah.
No, that knife.
Why do you have so many knives?
Just
Why are you selling?
all of these things.
Godfrey is also has a +7, so he will take care of one as well.
Okay.
So
I'll help somebody.
cool. So help. You'll help Godfrey.
Sure.
You'll help Tanner. Do you want to take one by yourself?
Wait,
I
no,
can
Tanner's not.
try
Tanner is
one.
giving help.
Yes.
Tanner's not
Tanner,
getting
help.
Tanner is helping
Yeah.
Darwin.
You said Vanya was gonna help Tanner.
Nope. Vanya is helping Godfrey.
If I don't have help, I'll take the bad one. Just that way, there's the least to
Okay.
screw up.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna.
Gunrunner
I'll
can
help
help
you,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, Sparky can
Okay.
help you.
Okay.
I'll help him with the bathroom.
With the first
Great
hour,
one.
you're working on the good one, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the good one.
Godfrey would work on one of the mediocres, and do you
I'll
want to take the bad
I'll
one?
Take the bad one.
Okay.
And he said
Um,
he helped, so.
Better?
17.
Cool.
Can you go ahead and use my inspiration on this?
Oh no.
Oh, and can you roll at advantage
Really
for
like
Godfrey? But add +7 to whatever the roll.
God.
18.
18?
17.
17?
Bruh.
That was a 14.
Okay.
I've not been rolling well. I haven't rolled above 10 yet.
I will start with you. While this was this is the one you kill. This has a single arrow through its middle eye. Sorry, not eye, its head. You realize, actually working on these, and so do you, these are blind. They use some sense or nothing, so they have blind sight. So they don't care about light. It's why you actually can't hide from them easily.
Also, why they didn't react when we filled the cavern with light.
That was also one of the ones they didn't notice Vanya, but they are ambushers,
Ambush predators.
and they're just gonna really hope that they aren't being seen. They're not also that smart.
If I don't move, they can't see me. Meanwhile, Vanya gesturing towards the fucking cavefish was like,
You get everything that you feel like this could offer, but you get nothing extra that you possibly could have gotten. But you get 10 pounds of food, of meat, worth 2 gold apiece. Both the claws, worth 10 gold apiece.
People are cold. I can shut the window.
huh?
Like, you're bundled up.
I'm always cold. Don't look at me.
How much was
I'm
the
not
food?
cold.
Food is 2
Yeah,
gold
keep
a
that window
pound, so 20 gold worth.
Comfy, but it's like the perfect temperature.
Gotcha.
Oh, I should mention, you two and you're Godfrey in this case. Sorry, because Godfrey also got these exact same results.
Okay.
You guys got a little bit differently, but for the most part, just copy everything down for them. They did not get a couple things. So adhesive filament, you got 4 pints of it. It's 20 gold a pint,
Drink it.
and basically
How
you
many
just
pints?
4.
For each.
Drink the
Yep.
pint of filament. What?
You drink it.
I'll drink it.
Kingfisher blood.
I'll drink that, but not,
There was
not that
3
much.
quarts in all the mediocre ones. Each quart is worth 30 gold. You feel like you possibly could have gotten more, but just things happen. It spilled out.
Okay, so really, just real quick, quantities and prices.
10 pounds of meat, 2 gold a pound. 2 claws, 10 gold of each. 4 pints of filament, 20 gold a pint. 3 quarts of blood, 30 gold a quart. And the last thing is the carapace of each one is worth 80 gold. Now, for the bad one, you lost 2 quarts of blood.
Alright. I thought it was.
No, Kingfisher blood comes in quarts.
Okay.
The filament.
filament's in pipe.
That's what I fixed again. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's 4 pints of filament, and I get 1
1 pint of quart.
1
As
pint of quart.
sorry, one quart of blood as it burned up.
Yeah. I figured I'd get less blood.
Mhm.
Quart blood.
But that only took you an hour, and you have 2 corpses left.
I'll help. Somebody.
Also, the rest of you, anyone who was not actively doing this, gets a short rest.
Yeah. How much therapists do we get?
1 carapace a body.
Alright.
Throughout Gunmo's short rest, he's just kind of.
So I've got 10 pounds of meat, 2 claws, 1 quart of
Thinking.
blood for mine.
Squawk is
4
next to you, just
4 pints of
meditating.
filament and a carapace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should mention, Grace. The background sound helped tremendously with the recording.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, just having a little bit of background noise. Oh, it's just always on. Works great.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna take a short rest.
That'll
then
help
that'll
with hearing
fuck
this
with
end of
my,
the table, too.
Mm-hmm.
max health because I technically already.
Oh, pretty
I'm
fun.
just gonna not touch my character sheet or
Also,
anything
don't
until we.
need level 4.
It's okay.
was holding
Okay.
my butt when I realized that.
There are 2 left yet, right?
Yes.
Yep. 2 mediums.
So yeah, let's,
I can help you. Unless...
Good news is the bad isn't too bad, and the good was good, but it was not going to be amazing.
and
So far, we've done pretty average.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Godfrey will take helm of the other one.
Yep.
Does somebody want to help him?
Darwin.
Godfrey and Darwin.
Darwin, I can help unless one of you 2 want to keep whoever
I'll
you were
help.
already helping.
Okay. Good help.
Sure.
Go ahead, roll for advantage for Godfrey. Go ahead, roll your
Does
advantage.
Lucy like boil?
Is it still +7?
Or
He is not stumped by yet.
Yeah, it's still +7.
You do see people though. This is an active road of. You see carts periodically coming down with looks to be both ore and finished metal slag. Well, it's not actually called slag. It's like blooming ingots and stuff like that. Point is, finished-ish metal that is then going to the better refineries in town, as well as just raw ore. You also see carts of coal and miners periodically going. It looks like a lot of the miners don't make the walk themselves. There's like a fluctuate bus service. But there are people just walking. Sometimes, one guy passes who's in slightly better clothing, looks to be holding a stack of papers, looks to be like an accountant-like fellow.
19.
Both did really great. You get everything the mediums got. So just times those again.
cool.
Over the past 2 hours you were here, those who never helped got at least a short rest, if you wanted one. But you got several pieces. You now need to go sell them, but your adventure tells you that you could go to a middleman, take a small hit on the price, but sell it all to him. You would know that hit would be around, depending on how charismatic you are, 20 to 10%. Or you could go to spot to spot to spot and sell these individually.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we can go to go over what you just said.
Mhm.
What do we want to do?
I want to talk to the kid.
Right?
So,
Godfrey speaks up. I don't think he's going to be there for a little bit. That
Yeah,
looked like...
yeah.
Probably needs a minute.
And if he lives at the sluice, he's... This is not his voice. If he lives in the sluice, he's got a 3-hour walk once he hits the town, just like we do.
He can't
So-
walk. Somebody's gonna have to.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. All means we have all the more time.
Walk past him, he's just kind of like,
Definitely what I envisioned.
Hi guys.
Keep going, little buddy. You got this.
You hit a cod zombie with a grenade.
Oh, he was watching the zombie. I am. Yeah, shut up.
He just dies.
and then it accidentally hits
Comes
you,
back and
then you
just
panic
like
and
right
shoot it with
at
ray
us.
guns.
Motherfucking go. Bolt. Oh.
I miss gun zombies. I haven't played.
But yeah, you guys have a whole day. You're at the top of the map, if you have your maps. Somewhere. And you now have a good sense of where you can sell all this stuff. Basically, any place that serves food will take the meat. Any distilleries, which are all over Skid Row, will take the blood. You feel like Arboreal Minerals will take the carapaces.
Okay.
And the hospitals will take the filament. Anything I missed? Nope, that was it. That was everything. So yeah, if you want to go piecemeal, definitely can, but you guys are right
I would.
here.
Certainly prefer to do that, but
Can Gunmar get his armor?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that time?
Yep.
By the time you get there, it'll
By
be...
the time we get back to
Yeah.
town, yeah.
Yeah, because we'll hit a few places all stuff on the way. So
Yeah,
by
we
the
can
time
hit
get
places
there, it
as we
should be
go
done.
there, grab
Alright.
your armor, and then hit the last few
I
places.
want to complete the aesthetic.
Cool. We
Like
can...
bright green fucking boots.
We can, we'll play this out as basically, as you go down, what would be a 3-hour journey turns into 5.
Yeah.
And those who want can, with help, roll at different places. A persuasion check. If somebody wants to help them, they may. And you can repeat. So if somebody took the helm at one place, you can take the helm at another place, because there's going to be enough space. And I'll need 4.
Alright.
So let's start.
Real quick, I'm just about to finish the totals.
Oh, sure. Oblivion.
Okay, so we
Good shit.
have 50 pounds of meat, worth a total of 1 gold, 20 pints of filament, worth a total of 400, 13 quarts of blood, for a total of 390, 10 cloths for a total of 100, and 5 carapaces for a total of 400.
Yep.
And I think the first things we'd be hitting would probably be the taverns or distilleries Whichever.
distilleries would be closest.
Yeah. They're all up in that area.
Yep. You find that a lot of these distilleries are small local breweries. They can be in small shacks to medium-sized warehouses. None of them will look massive. As you walk through this area, the smell of juniper berries and other fragrant spices cover this walkway. People are constantly moving bottles, either full or empty. Carts are getting filled and sent out. And they are brewing everything here from local ales to hard spirits. You find several gin distilleries. Now, one of the time-taking things it does, you have to go to multiple distilleries because they won't buy all of it off you. No one's big enough, but over a time period you visited multiple. Whoever wants to lead this can roll persuasion, and if somebody wants to help them.
So, you know the prices and everything, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
would know the prices.
I would imagine.
Okay. Because I think it would be cool with like his help, Sparky.
Yep.
Just
Just
the
kind of, like keeping Sparky
I help
informed.
with information.
Yeah.
This was my job.
And I help with spinning shit around on people.
Sounds good.
The brain, the face.
Quite literally. What do you mean? Like some guy goes up there, like, it's insect block. I won't pay you 3 coppers a pint for that. And he just looks at it like, no, that's not how this works.
You son of a bitch!
Hey, right?
So that's persuasion. With skills under the P. The third P word in this.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a +7. Charisma-based skill.
Yes, it is.
So that's a 26.
Throughout, it doesn't take you as long because you're very convincing. So you sold it all within 3 distilleries, which is very impressive. Takes you like half an hour to 45 minutes. You sell it for 1.5 times its price.
Oh shit! So 13 quarts of blood, 1.5 times 390.
For that, I'm pulling out a calculator.
Oh, he's doing it.
I think it's 565, but I might have that wrong.
I like watching Ray do math because his eyes roll red like a robot.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I gotta check the screen.
I got
Well, they
585.
flicker too.
585. I was 20 off.
Checking in with the little guy that pilots you.
I hold back my eyes when I
The
do
small
math.
computer in your brain.
The next closest thing would probably be food. As you can just go to various vendors, small taverns, even a couple like nice lunch
You
spots.
could probably go to the auxiliary meal too.
They will buy it off you. You do know they serve small food there. I mean, they still sell food, but like, it's hardy, like biking food. Even though it's in the fanciest place,
Yeah.
it's very much not fitting
It's a
with
very
the
meat
thing.
and potatoes kind of place.
Yeah, it's caloric intake. Like, why do you need 8,000 calories? Like, I fought a hydra today.
Yeah, right?
But yeah,
That was my
over.
third fight.
Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage on that one
Okay, cool.
if someone's helping you.
Yeah, I would.
The meat team.
Never
Meet the
is that cock.
Is that cocked?
Nope.
Nope!
18! Plus whatever.
So that is 1 less than the last time for a total of 25.
You'll do a great job. You are hawking and selling this incredibly fine. By the way, it's like lobster meat, and it's great. So both the claws and the meat get sold.
Okay.
And you basically do this as you're going down Skid Row. So you're selling it to foremans and stuff like as a treat for all their people. You find a mine owner who is doing an inspection who buys at least 5 of the claws off you for a dinner he's having that evening. Anyway, you sell it all for 1.5 times its value.
And
Cool.
each part's 100, right?
Yep, so
That's
that's a total
300.
of 300.
There you go.
We are making bank.
Oh,
They said they were
Bit of
valuable.
money.
I mean, yeah.
But we're making them more valuable than they
I mean, you could have. There was multiple checks to get to this point. You could have failed
Yeah.
and gotten less, and then So you're earning the money is off the back of your labor.
It's
Okay.
just me to get another shopping episode.
So that
I don't know if
leaves
it was cheating.
20 points of filament and 5 carapaces.
The carapaces will really only be bought in the Toga Void, and unfortunately, you kind of need to go to the hospital first to sell the filament.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
the hospital first and sell the filament.
Cool. This is the first time you've been to the hospital. You go across the Cantus Bridge.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real with everyone. I don't actually know what a hospital is.
I waste time.
Can anyone explain that?
It's where sick people go, so they're gonna get better.
It's where people find
It's not a graveyard.
Oh.
No, that's where dead people go.
That's like the clean chamber.
No. The cleaning
I'm
chamber?
sorry.
Ah!
That's
well,
how-
There's just one chamber in the sewers that's really, really clean, and that's where the interkobolds go.
Nice.
that,
Sanitary.
that makes sense, but it sounds really ominous. Up there.
Kind of the same thing, though. Yeah, healers and
It's like the
medical
cleansing
people
chamber.
who work at hospitals and try to help people who are sick.
Ah,
or
you mean
injured or
the
something.
insert desert equivalent here.
Yes.
Yep.
Infirmary, sure. Godfrey will speak up. I'm a little familiar with hospitals. I would visit them periodically. So you know how you all get sick, right? So what you can do and what I can do is we can cure the disease. But as we use divine energy, it cures the disease. So it also takes the immunity that you've built up. We realize that sometimes when we cure a disease, people get sick even easier. So that's why hospitals were established. They're usually conglomerates of temples, and everyone kind of volunteers there periodically. Some people work there full time, and they watch somebody and try to help them through a sickness that they believe is preventable. And now, if it looks like they're on the edge, we will cure them and just keep going. But after a while, it starts to cost money and resources, and we can't cure everyone all the time. So that's why hospitals exist, to help people recover as needed. Now, broken bones, lacerations, stuff like that, a little bit of cure wounds, you're fine. And that's always covered, but, sometimes I never charge, but a lot of the hospitals will. But it's always guaranteed you can go there, so it's kind of a half and forth. They're usually paid by taxes.
Taxes I know about. There was a lot of taxes
Yeah.
with the watermill.
What?
There's so many taxes.
Owned by
The
this.
watermill. That's
All
owned
right.
by this.
I was just curious.
That was owned by Lord Bercy.
What the fuck are taxes again?
That's where the government takes a portion of it, like hospitals
Like hospital.
Okay.
or
Bridges. Roads.
bridges, infrastructure.
The city hired people
Sewers.
to make the road that we're walking on.
Yep.
The city got that money from the people in the town.
Huh.
That money that they got is called taxes.
My
Yep.
job was partially paid by taxes.
Just
I was
insert,
technically a government employee.
insert Windows.
There's
stuff
things I
down
know about
my
your
scum
backstory that
brain.
is particularly funny right now.
You were paid by taxes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that taxes don't exist. This Gunmar is.
Never
might have-
understood.
Well,
Never
they might have a
understood.
different word wherever you're from.
Yeah.
Texas.
It's basically,
Texas.
the
Although I
government
do
takes
like-
a little bit of money from everyone so that everyone can have nice things like parks and roads and hospitals.
I will say the hospital, if you can pay, you do pay. Everyone does get treated, but a lot of people can't pay. So if we can pay, we should pay.
Right.
Alright.
Regardless, let's get this film.
I will proceed to never remember that.
Cool. As you go to the southern part of the Grove Circle, and kind of on the way to Bercy's Manor, Cantus Manor, on the right-hand side you see Our Lady of Hope. Our Lady of Hope, you can see outside, is denoted to several gods. You need anything, Mom? Okay. You see the god Meli, the god Luthic, who's an orc god. It's the first time you've actually seen like a depiction of her. Of Yolanda, who's a halfling deity. Benar True Silver, who's a sorry, not her. Fuck me, it's a dwarven name. Sharindalar.
Dwarven names should be the easiest. It's like Rock
No, the last names are the easiest. The first
Hack
names suck.
Slasher.
Or Gork or Mork.
Those are orc.
Adjust.
Sharindalar. Anyway. And Shindalar. So you see those four gods.
Like Von Rick Stonheim. It's the dwarf.
Thunderstone has a great dwarf now.
Backward
Alright, we need to kill him back so we can come back as
Anyway,
Thunderstone.
you see four gods, four statues of gods. You're not familiar with all of them, but as a collective, you understand that a lot of these gods are have a health component to them, health or healing.
Our Lady of Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Hope.
Hope.
Our Lady of Hope.
Oh yes, Our Lady of Hope. Actually, it would make more sense for Ladies of Hope, but anyway, it's Our Lady of Hope.
You're God, you can
change it.
change the name.
This is the
I don't-
time.
do Ladies of Hope then. It makes just more sense.
So question. I don't know how I feel about surcharging a hospital for their goods. Is it alright if I don't go for the hard sell on this one?
What?
And just kind of go for market value?
Oh! Yes. I mean, fine.
I don't want to kind of swindle these guys. Not that I've been swindling other people out of their money. That's just haggling. I don't want to haggle with a hospital. Sorry, with a clean room.
Grace heard the information and spoke before the processing had finished.
But yeah, so with my role, I don't know if it would make the DC or anything, but I'm very specifically going I very specifically won't take.
You basically you can still roll as normal, but if you would have gotten something extra, you won't.
Okay, cool.
You're just rolling to not get a bad result.
And with advantage. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's bad.
I mean, you're good. Your mod is higher than your dice rolls, so.
12. I'm gonna be Sparky was too enthusiastic about not taking extra money.
It very came off. You don't go too far into this before you get basically you go up to the counter. The in room, the beginning is kind of like an ER. You see a number of people sitting down. They have small lacerations or headaches or aches, but it looks like anyone with actual emergencies has been taken care of as an ER does triage. You go to a counter, which you can see has a half oak on it, and you say I have filament to sell, and you talk about it, and it's like, oh, you want to go talk to our acquisitions person, and he sends you down a separate hallway. It goes to a bunch of offices, really small hallway. You see a door. The door has a sign on it that says Reginald Oswald acquisitions underneath. You knock on it, and he talks to you, and it's a human fellow, kind of portly, but has a white coat on. And he talks to you and hears you, and he was like, yes, this is... I understand where you're coming from here, but here we mostly practice in the divinity arts, and while this would be very helpful for some of our individuals in field work, I'm afraid I can only offer you 50% of the going.
And Sparky.
So you sell it for 50%.
So 200.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make him fucking bank.
Mm-hmm. We do appreciate it, though, and if you would ever need our services, we're always willing to help members of the Auxiliary Guild.
It was no trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for what you do. Everywhere needs a clean room.
Exactly.
How many of us just laddered?
They're Marvel standard.
As adventurers,
You
we
have
appreciate
7 health.
hospitals.
Yeah,
Did you say we did look battered or don't look
we
battered?
do.
Okay, I heard don't, and
No, I was like, who
you-
looks battered? Because I
Just
know
look.
Tanner does, but I
Yeah.
couldn't remember who else does.
We go to the hospital
You
like,
got
you want to buy our bandages?
I didn't
He looks at you and goes,
do you need those?
like, you want to use them instead? I don't know.
The last place you need to go is Arbeo Minerals.
For the carapaces.
I had most of my health
Oh,
stuff.
and we can sell those rocks that you got too.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, to roll. Sorry, I was waiting for you to tell me to roll.
Oh,
and
sorry.
I didn't know I was waiting for you to tell. I'm stuck in a limbo.
Oh my god.
basically.
Oh,
Thank God. 24.
But a role play it, or do you just want the result?
Because
Because this is an actual shopkeeper, you know.
Let's just go ahead with this result, because this is a big thing.
You did really well, but he is a established shopkeeper and quite good talker himself, and is very aware of the price. He gives you market rate for both.
Okay.
So if you want to sell the gems, you can unload the gems here.
Okay, that's another 200 gold.
Cool. But that guy is... What is his name? He gave it to you. Oh, that's Dominic Manning. So you sell Dominic Manning the carapaces, and he also takes the gems off your hands for market price.
Cool. So, in total, if somebody wants to add this up while I'm rambling it off,
I got you.
we have 200 from the gems, 150 from the meat, 200 from the filament, 585 from the blood, 150 from the claws, and 400 from the carapaces.
That comes out to 16,850. Divided by 8 because Godfrey is still here.
Should we add in the 100 we got from the job?
Oh, we should.
I'll go ahead and take that off of my person then.
You just add it to your. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it was on this person.
Did you say 1600?
1685 before the 100 from God. So,
Yeah.
1785.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Do you want to give a share to Godfrey? Because he's mentioned that.
Yes.
Okay. Then divide by 8.
Because he's just got.
He's still here.
He's still here. Also, I mean, we might as well send him off with some money.
Which is very good.
Travel.
Very generous. I'm going to round up for you guys. Congratulations. Everyone can add 224 gold.
Woo! Just let me know if anyone has an objection to that, because I did just kind of unanimously decide.
No,
to take
that
it.
makes
you earned it.
sense.
Sorry, I was doing long division. I missed the number.
224.
Okay.
Why are you doing all this?
Because I can't do it in my head like some people.
I used a calculator.
Why don't
That,
try?
that had an 85
can't
in it.
put my
I'm just going to leave that alone.
I work with money.
Wow, we make a really good team, Darwin.
We do? You can do this more often?
Absolutely. I can't wait till we kill more things that we can sell.
A lot of the
That's
new
not
things will
morbid.
be. I will say that the new things
literally
you
my
can skin and
job.
stuff will be easier. These ones
Yeah,
have
but
like
it's not
a
as morbid
specific
food from
thing in like D&D lore.
Oh shit. Really?
Yeah, in D&D lore,
That's
they are
incredible.
actually poached for their blood, for their meat, for their carapaces,
Oh damn.
and the filament. Like that was all just pulling from like it's like oh shit, like you can break this one down. The rest of them are gonna be like you skin it, you get the things, you go sell it.
You get meat, you get bone, you get hide.
Yep, you all sell it in one place. You make one check, you're good. These ones have lore behind that stuff. And I thought I was like, oh, that's cool. I already decided you were fighting them, so like, okay, we'll implement this.
Kind of like Evan found out about the flow snails after throwing flow snails at us.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, these shells are incredibly expensive and worthwhile. I'm like, are they?
We just
I've
killed
actually
four.
that took many times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been several hours. It's now
Like 5.
yeah, but it's now about 6.
We can probably go look for
But you can be
Uh,
anywhere in the
I
city
need
you
to
want to
get
be
your
right now.
I also need to get my armor.
We're around the.
armor and then Lucas and probably.
We'll say you
Thunder.
finished up at Arbor Images.
Yeah.
No,
Arboreal Minerals.
Arboreal minerals.
thank you. And
It's around where the.
it's a short jaunt over to
To the armory.
Morden's hands. Where'd Michael go? Sorry.
outside.
I think he's doing something.
Brother!
I think he's.
He's running home.
You
real
good?
quick.
You good? You good?
He's just
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just yelling.
Okay.
Brother.
Yes, you're good.
Goodbye.
He's gone.
We never want to see him.
I shall now play Sparky.
Morden.
And
At
Darwin.
Morden's hands. You guys arrive. Oh, welcome back.
Hey!
You here for your goods?
Yes, sir.
All right. First things up is your armor. You already paid for the armor, and you fully paid, right?
Yeah, smoldering splint mail.
It is smoldering splint now. Yep. He brings that out, and as he puts it down, a ghostly kind of essence is falling off of that you can quickly see through and realize like it is an illusion kind of thing, but it is it's a menacing effect when you put it all on and together.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I have a screen over there if you want to try it on.
Alright.
Vanya,
And there's 10 minutes.
you paid half, so I need another 230 from you.
Did I pay half? I thought I paid full.
Did you pay 460?
I'm pretty sure I paid full price for everything.
Oh, you know what? I think you did say that. If you took out 460, you're good.
This is Oblivion.
We'll say you. How much money do you have left?
I had 42 after.
Okay,
that
you
was
probably
all-
paid full.
Yeah, that was
You
all my
probably
money.
paid full. Because I'm
Yes,
tight.
sir.
He brings out. You bought a breastplate. And this one was made specifically for a druid, so it has no metal on it. What he brings out is a woven set of. They look like vines that conform to. He took measurements of you, so they conform to your body shape. And I was like, this is ironwood vine. Yeah, not the most creative name. It's got thick fibers and grows very, very slowly. Near the end of its life, we cultivate it, and we can weave them together. And if we do it correctly, as you can see, all the splices are together. So as long as you water it periodically, and if you have druid craft, you should be able to help with it. It will continue to live while it's on you.
Perfect.
It'll cover your torso and a little bit of your arms, but that's where we always get hit anyway, so there you go.
Thank you.
It is a viney woven entity that you realize as you look closer to the weaves, they are already merging together. So as long as you water it, give it sunlight, and use Druidcraft on it periodically, it will be a living carapace.
Now I have to water pizza clothing.
Yeah. Just every so often douse yourself in a rainstorm.
Honestly,
Great
yeah,
water.
just it doesn't need a lot of water as long as
Take
you're
a
out
dip
in the
in the
wet
river.
rain every once in a while, perfectly fine. And at minimum, Druidcraft once a week, you'll be okay.
Decanter.
Endless rain.
All right.
Can we get some fertilizer for my armor?
Just smell like shit.
It is in two pieces, so it does encapsulate around you, but it's super flexible. But you do realize that as you move around with it, because I do believe breastplates are a disadvantage.
It's disadvantage.
Yep,
Mine's a bit as it
it
moves.
does creak a noticeable amount that, like, this would be hard to sneak in.
It's like a rubber rubbing against something like that type
Kind
of
of.
sound, but
Like
with
that.
like plant fibers and shit.
So I got the cast-off version.
Oh, you did buy the cast-off version, which you realize,
That's why it's in two pieces.
yeah, well, it's part of the reasons it's two pieces, because that's also just for convenience of putting it on. All the vines that, if you think about it and you harness the the nature energy that you channel, just doing channel it in a little bit in two of the. You realize basically the carapace is in two pieces, and it's held together by a woven set. And if you input the channel over an action or a bonus action,
Yeah.
they will immediately unravel, and so they aren't joining together; they are just woven together. And so at the shoulders and on the sides, it will immediately cast off.
I believe it's an act.
It's an action for cast off armor.
Which makes sense.
It's normally 5 minutes for medium armor, so.
Plates 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can you give me the water?
The
Or just
times are defined in Xanathar's for how long it'll get stuff off.
Actually, Dolphin is
Yeah.
is in the DMG.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it was reprinted in Xanathar's then. 'Cause I thought it was
Very
Xanathar's.
possibly.
Might have been.
Oh, I think so because they added cast off and like other
Yeah.
things like that. So they reprinted the time. But yeah, using an action, in this case for flavor case, I would say Druidcraft. You can unravel everything and it will fall right off you. Thank you so much.
In a cup, I would look for
You're
It's about 6:15.
wow, that was a really specific time. Thank you, good sir.
Welcome. I need to know the times when I do heat cycles. That's a trick. Anything else I can help you guys with?
Is this just the random guy we stopped off the street to ask the time?
No, this is Morden's hands.
Oh, because that's
We're
the bit
at-
I was doing.
Oh
No, we're in the armory.
You- no, this is Tordek Mountain View.
Do we have any other stops we need to make?
At that point, Gilmore comes around the corner.
Is that a high chew?
When is that why you're
Can I have a high chew?
Yes.
Why?
It's wild cherry.
He gave it to me because he knew I would give it back to him. I hate cherry.
No raspberry.
I'll take cherry.
raspberry.
I like how Bryce invited himself to the.
Does anybody want like the high chew?
Yeah, thank you.
I need to talk. I'm good.
Sparky takes
Otherwise,
True, he
yes.
does need to talk.
Sparky takes
You're
a
hot
serving
water.
of his licorice that he's
Oh
doing.
yes, please, very careful, everyone.
Take a raspberry. Never mind.
I ate 12 hours ago.
Ooh, got food on the way?
That's what I'm
Actually, I'll
working
take
on. That's
chicken.
what I've been working.
No.
Please get another fucking control.
There's one next to it.
3 coasters. Right
Oh no, the
What's the
problem is
blue
these
one?
coasters are smaller.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a blueberry.
You just set it down so you could move.
Anyway, it's basically
Sorry.
6:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you.
Where you guys want to go?
Do we have any other business?
We wanted to check in on the kid, and we haven't met Fletcher yet, and we still need to do that. They're in the same place.
Oh yeah, Fletcher is. Gilmore would know who Fletcher is. I do not.
We're going there for you.
Fletcher's a good guy.
You don't know that.
That's one of the only things we were told about him.
I know things about Fletcher, by the way.
I'm
Yep.
sure you did. We haven't met him yet.
So you guys want to head over to the sluice?
Yep.
Seems like that's where we're headed.
All right, you guys make your way over there. Going back down Temple Row once again, as you already passed it, going from Harbor. My mom is speaking on speakerphone,
Ah, so she's
shouting.
I know
Yep.
does that.
So, you guys pass by all the temples once again. It's getting down to evening time, about 6:15. A lot of people are leaving the area. The roads are packed. With people just heading out for the night and stuff like that. You realize it's functionally the Saturday of it. It's not actually called Saturday, but it's the first day of the weekend. And we are doing 7 days because I can't keep track of 10.
Fuck that. 10 days are the only.
It's a 10 day. So, you head over to the end. You go to the end of the Targus ward, and on the other side, you notice, or can see, the beginnings of the sluice. The sluice has a couple different stairways that go down to it. Around those stairwells are probably the most infrastructure. There's actually docks and stuff like that that look like would go up and down with the tide, or at least did in the past. You can kind of gather from different things, looking at it, people talking about it, that this used to be mostly just a fishing spot before they put in the sluice gate up above to handle the floating down of the logs. So this was just a fishing and docking spot. Ever since they put it down there, it emptied enough that people can live on it. It's not a wide piece of land. It's only about 80 feet. But it goes for several miles, so it's long and thin. And it functionally comes down to a weaving set of small alleyways, no singular road. And just huts from tents to driftwood shacks to some decent sheds that look like they've been actually built and maintained quite well over time. And this place is heavily populated. There's people on top of people shouting. Food is being offered. Not much hawking like you would get in the market circle, but just places that have like a sign out front and a small stand-up counter. And you see a lot of children and families. Strings with clotheslines. No paved roads, really, all mud. And there's a lot of mud. It looks like this ground never really dries. Welcome to the sluice.
I put my hat on, and it is just Sparky, but his feeling and not muddy.
Aw.
Basically just an illusory clean version of Sparky that doesn't get dirty.
But it's an illusion.
Yeah.
So
It's an illusion, so Sparky's filthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Also, can someone keep an eye on me? I have a feeling that I can get, like, child mapped here.
I think you could electrocute anyone you try.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to kill people.
You'll start.
Oh, yeah!
You're gonna start screaming, then I'll kill people.
Also, you're not subtle when you cast magic.
Fair. I wish I could be, though.
It's very loud and sparkly.
Hey.
Oh, I get it!
Yes, I did do the bird flag.
Oh, Hunter's Mark Sparky.
That's hilarious. Sorry.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, inspiration.
Do I?
Can I give nominate both
How long does
Darwin
Hunter's
and
Mark
Sparky
Yep.
for inspiration
It's ridiculous
for that
how
fucking
it's supposed to be a
cooperation
combat
that they
game.
did at the.
Sure thing. If you guys don't have inspiration, go ahead and take
Awesome.
it. Tanner,
Thank you.
forgot
Sorry.
about something. Over this
Oh,
time period,
okay.
you got the thief ones.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you want to attune to
I'm
those.
better at
Did they
tracking.
require it?
They do require attunement.
And also, if I hit you, I deal more damage.
What?
Do you have the markers?
Shut up, Sparky.
I
Wearing his face first. Sparky. Sparky.
Huh, they don't.
Okay,
They're really
when you
good.
think about it hard enough, they turn invisible.
Cool.
They have a function like that. They turn invisible, and I thought
Great.
that happened on attunement.
No, they don't require.
Okay,
it.
no, that's just a clever thievery thing. He was unconscious, and for a long period of time, he de-attuned to it due
Yeah,
to that.
that makes sense.
When you finally start like putting them on and adjusting them and thinking about them, they turn invisible.
Cool.
Also, they have a description I'll give you in a second.
Okay.
They already know it. That's like. So,
Oh, gotcha.
all you need to know is that you currently have them.
What he knows
But really helps when they're an illegal item.
when they're illegal.
Yep. So, they also are fingerless gloves.
Not that it matters, because you can't see them. But
No,
you
but
can tell.
it makes
You
a lot
can
of
tell.
sense with how dexterity works.
Mhm.
Just in life, gloves that make things hard.
But yeah,
which is why
welcome
it's
to the
hard wear
sluice.
white gloves.
You're gonna go down the walkway
How are
that's
you spelling sluice?
like.
S-O-U-I-C-E.
Sure. Yeah, that's. Yeah,
Blue
that's.
eyes.
Sorry, took me.
I love how you were like.
Spell it into my head real quick.
No, see, the thing that he wasn't sure about was I was the one who told him the correct spelling. That's what threw him.
Look, all I knew is I called it sluice, and you guys forgot how it's spelled. It's spelled like a sluice, like a bog standard industrial
It's
sluice.
juice with sludge.
Yes, the things that we're all exposed to every day in our personal lives.
Say it.
I love sludge juice.
Once you get down, you realize you are going down about 20 feet or so, and so like the walls that make up both sides of the river just go up. The river on the other side is a stream basically that goes through. It's rather deep actually, and it helps keep the sluice a little more dry, especially closer to the wall. But this place is always muddy. But you're in this like canyon of stone and makeshift houses. There are no real streets. There are candles that look like to be a combination of other candles, a couple even just bog standard torches, various campfires and stuff, and it looks to be just people settled wherever they had space. And every once in a while they'll have like a little bit of yard and maybe have a pig in there, which is actually quite good. And stuff like that, and but these are small shack houses, and as you're walking up and down, it's really easy to get lost. Do you guys have a destination?
Fletcher.
Miss Fletcher or
Fletcher's not a place.
Miss Boyle?
Nope.
Oh yeah,
Pick-
they told us to ask around for Miss Boyle.
Do you want to go to Miss Boyle first?
Yes.
Alright. You start asking around for Miss Boyle. Can I get people that want to start talking and stuff like that? Roll me either perception or investigation check. Unfortunately, with the nature of this, it's really hard to give advantage. So if you want it, the person giving you advantage has got to tell me how they're doing it.
I'll go ahead, and since I'm the one asking.
You're rolling.
Okay.
Who else is rolling?
Just go ahead if you want to.
Okay.
You're gonna have a
Who
hard
else
time
needs to
doing it.
roll?
I'll roll.
Or help.
I will allow you to basically, the intended skills are persuasion, investigation. If you want to use another one, you can still gather information, but you're going to gather different information.
Real quickly, how does this sound for a help justification? Sparky is going admittedly further away from the group than he should be and communicating Darwin via message, since Darwin knows where he is at all times. He can direct him back if he needs. So Sparky's kind of the group as a whole has a view, and then Sparky's on the outside, okay, I'm gonna check a little bit farther this way. I'm gonna look down this alley real quick.
Okay, but you can always, because of his help and
Yeah, I can always find my way back.
Yeah, I'll allow that to be help.
I have Hunter's Mark and the Eyes of the Eagle.
Yep. So you get
You will
advantage.
never lose your son.
Yes.
It's my son. What are you talking about?
He's
My second son.
A party
He's
son.
a party son.
And our leader.
Yeah.
Oh,
No idea this leader.
No, he gets
He rolled.
Oh,
advantage.
that's right. Okay, cool.
He
That's
got
right.
advantage.
That was worse. That was bad.
So you did perception. You got
8.
you did.
I'm gonna use inspiration because I never do.
There you go.
You have inspiration.
Did you say
It's better.
perception or persuasion?
I did persuasion and investigation. Vanya specifically wanted to try perception because she's good at it.
Okay.
17.
17 for investigation or
Persuasion.
persuasion. Okay.
Tanner is a really unusually high charisma score.
Cool. And you got a
Could I have done perception too? Because I am also good at it and have eyes.
sure, but you won't get all the information.
That's fine. That would at least be something.
Okay.
His bonus
Actually,
is
probably not.
significantly higher.
It's still 14.
So 14, 8. You two, while looking and you're helping him and all that, you're looking and you look. And the problem is that everything is roughly about the same height, insanely tightly packed, and you there's no road to look down for signage, and there seems to be a store wherever somebody had a window that could sell something out of. It's really hard to navigate through, and you actually, even with his help, still get lost because he tells you to turn right, and they're that's a dead end. How is that a dead end? It's just it's a shit show of navigation down here, and even with a 14 and an 8, you guys aren't finding any information. Tanner, you're having much better luck as people as they stop and try to navigate Sparky back to the group. You're periodically just going up to windows and counters of people selling knickknacks and stuff, whatever good wares, or even just open windows that you see have light inside of them, sparking up a little bit of a small conversation. You see people from all walks of life in all different races here. You see humans, half-orcs, dwarves, halflings. You also see periodically a half elf every once in a while, and just a lot of people don't want to talk and don't want to make contact, and mostly they don't seem to be shady as much as just tired and run down, and like they get the beaten end of the stick of life kind of every day. But you were able to spark some joy and talk people up, and you get the sense, mentioning the Boyles and Miss Boyle, you know that on the far end and near the gate itself, the sluice gate, or sorry, in this case it would be the gate bridge, that's where Miss Boyle is, near the entrance to the stairs.
Okay.
So you now have a destination.
Right.
Oh, you told her, you also told that she does laundry.
Oh, okay.
So look for a place that does laundry.
Informed.
We head there.
Yeah.
Go that direction.
Do you want to stay in the sluice, or do you want to find a way out, go down the road, and go back in?
We can stay in the sloop.
Oh.
Alright,
You might as well.
Yeah.
cool. 2 people give me survival checks.
Darwin and Godfrey.
Who wants to look for Godfrey?
He's got +7, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I nominated him immediately.
15.
17.
That's hot. You two, with Godfrey's height and your just natural awareness, you're able to navigate actually quite well. Godfrey is not taller than a number of these buildings, but he's kind of roof height at times.
Also, between Godfrey and Gunnar, we as a group just shoulder our way through other people.
Actually, it's a
if
little weird. So,
necessary.
for one thing, Godfrey is not bulky. Like, he's tall, but he is very
He's a
lanky.
noodle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Blaze.
He would have a hard time, like, shoulder checking anyone. You can do that, but you then have 7 people behind you who can't. So it'd be actually hard to push your way through it.
Throughout this entire interaction, I'm giving out the bread that I got from
To Squirk.
no, not Squirk, to
to
various
just people.
Oh, okay.
There are people that do, even in here, like, just are next to buildings and on the streets, and a number of them are pretty sloshed, but every once in a while you find a guy who's just hanging out, kind of giving up on life a little bit, and he'll take the bread without any issue.
And amazingly, Squark is there every time, like right next to you, for some reason.
I can imagine it's like the Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Godfrey and you working together are able to navigate your way just fine. Looks to be just barely fine, but you make good time. You go at a normal pace. And you have your lookouts, and you do notice a couple every once in a while, a shady figure comes up, and like, as they're making around a corner, you quickly just like move behind somebody and everybody follows suit, and you create enough of a distance between like at least 2 shady people that no events happen. But it takes you about 15 minutes. You're now in front of Mrs. Boyle's house of laundry.
Gunnar, like, knocks on the door.
It is a ramshackle building with a kind of corrugated metal roof. But you can see next to it has a relatively large yard for this area and just strings of laundry out drying. It looks to be all sheets and various big pieces of clothing. From inside, you can hear several voices. Over 5, easy. And she comes to the door. You see kind of a portly older woman. It is a Dutch door, so she just opens the top. No. She's like chest height and stuff.
No, I'm talking about like half of our parties. Like...
Oh, yeah. She's wearing a rather well-used, like, coarsewood dress with her sleeves fully rolled up, a large apron. She's got her hair kind of all bundled up and then has a bonnet on. Not a bonnet. The thing where you put all the hair. Huh? Kind of, but like all cloth, not like a net.
That sounds like a bonnet.
What's up? No,
bonnet is-
bonnet's
no.
like the thing you put on babies.
No, bonnet has like an visor thing. It's what you the Amish
Blue
wear.
bonnet butter. If
I know
anybody has
exactly
seen
what
that.
you're talking about. I'm just not cultured enough to know what it's called.
Yeah, no. But anyway, she's wearing one of those. And she goes like, "Oh, hi, dearies. Do you guys got a load you're expecting, or would you like to drop off?"
No, you're Mrs. Boyle, correct?
Uh-huh.
I am here to We are the ones that brought Logan back. Or what's his
Lucas.
We are the ones that brought Lucas back. He says Lucas, not Logan.
Who is Logan?
Oh,
Did he get home
He
safe?
died in the wall 10 years ago.
He's back to me. Where is he, my Logan?
he was dropped off. Lucas was dropped off.
Sorry.
Lucas was dropped off a couple hours ago. He's now resting in his bed. If you would like to come in, we allow that. It's a bit cramped in here, but... And she opens the door and starts letting you in. As you enter, you see...
Hear the sound of thousands of washing machines all over the floor.
No, it is a very cramped space. You see a very large bed that would sleep Godfrey pretty well, but it looks like it's shared among everybody kind of sleeping end to end. And one end is Lucas. He's on the edge of one of the easier accessible because part of it's up against the wall. The rest of the house is just lined with laundry. There's washing bins to the left, and there are, besides Lucas, 7 other kids going about. There is also an elderly woman, like an actual elderly woman, next to one of the washing bins, currently washing stuff.
Fucking Charlie.
To a big degree, yeah. You do see a range at the back where a stew seems to be boiling, or at least cooking, and a door to the yard.
Maybe American in me, but when you said range, I assumed...
Just a gun over there on a stalk, and just like periodically they go out there and shoot M95s out. You know, that's not a
Keep
no.
property values down. I understand.
Grab yourself a beer, grab a gun, go to town.
It's definitely the American.
The kids running around. 2 of them look slightly older. Some in their teens. The rest look much younger. And there was one in a not really a crib, but kind of like a small off section that looks about 3. Oh, I thank you for bringing him, allowing him to live. He's resting over there in the bed. He is resting, by the way.
So he's asleep.
He's asleep in the... It's been a traumatic couple days for him. Anyway, I'll get the kettle on. Pick anywhere you can sit. There's...
I mean, we don't want to go out or anything.
She's busy bodying, like...
He's already doing it.
Yep. She's got the kettle on. She's bringing out cups. About every other cup matches, and the rest of them are just earthenware cups.
Every third has a chip in it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what brings you down here?
We were coming to make sure Lucas was okay, for one.
I'm sure he'll be fine. We'll get some crutches in the morning, maybe a small cart.
Mending work for legs.
No!
Okay.
Wait! If we kill him, and
No.
mend his damn.
No,
The
actually.
ninja's legs
No.
and take him to a priest.
Because mending doesn't restore missing components.
Nope.
It just reattaches stuff that...
Also,
If we
crutches
get his
wouldn't
leg
work for
from-
him. Crutches
With the
wouldn't
cart, like it's more like handled ones. So
He's got one of those, like...
He effectively needs some sort of wheelchair.
yeah.
Because it'll only work if you have a leg to
Mm.
lean on as your fulcrum.
Well, he might be able to build up some muscle, but they're talking more about a cart that he will wheel himself around in and something to push him along.
Lesser restoration can as well.
Now, cure disease.
Cure disease?
No, that
Oh.
will cure disease.
Oh.
Lesser restoration will cure disease.
But no, he needs like regenerate at this
Yep.
point.
He needs regeneration.
We
We can't do
physically
this.
don't. We physically don't have access.
Unless somebody's hiding something.
I have grubs.
Darwin,
And wither and bloom. I can make him bloom.
not gonna bring his
Ooh.
leg back.
Adventure time.
Wither and Bloom's a great spell.
How long does good grub last, anyway?
What's it? They last
Yeah,
for 24 hours.
The grub lasts for 24 hours. The healing is you're just healed.
Yeah.
The grub dries up
No, I'm
after
more
it's been on the
talking
ground
about,
for
like-
about a day.
Giving him,
Bag of grubs.
yeah, like a bag of grubs so that they can all eat for a day.
You know, fair.
Right?
She comes back with a tray and just.
Don't open it yet.
But yeah, you,
She sits
you
down on like a
know.
small, the only table in
You're
the
good at
place.
talking. I'll give them to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, dearies. I hope he didn't cause you too much trouble.
Oh no, he was.
Anyway, and she starts handing out cups of tea. It's fine tea.
Similar spell to your grubs, but...
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's the
I
joke.
renamed That's the same spell.
Okay, okay.
He's just flavoring good grub.
All of
Good
Evan's
grub is
spells are
good
bug
bad.
flavored.
So,
Basically,
Perfect, then. We have the option for berries. We just-
oh yeah, no, I intentionally nerfed it.
Alex already nerfed it.
No, that was the nerf. I didn't nerf it anything. What? It's good berry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but she's talking about how you always like doing
You
me, like
describe
it's
it as, like-
disgusting and bitter.
Effectively not better than starvation.
Yeah, but okay, I'll give you that. I think it's hilarious.
It's
Anyway.
written as just kind of neutral taste, but yeah. No,
But
that's
we
Anyway.
flavor it as it is not.
Yeah.
It's not.
The fucking.
except for you and me.
So you guys get all a cup of tea, and she sits down with it, and all the children are just kind of running around. Some of them are helping out. Some of them are way too young. She shouts over, "Even, Macy, Samuel, take Callum and Nicole and Lara and just bring them outside for a bit, just to play. I'm going to talk with these gentlemen and women."
No, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't write down the name of the foster children orphans in this lady's life.
Or if they're her actual kids, then whatever. But
Yeah.
we're probably never going to get
I'm
their names
assuming
again.
she's just absorbed
You
children.
never know.
I also heard Macy and then the rest.
I heard an even in there
Mhm.
for some reason.
Then-
Well, it's actually Ewan, but
Ewan?
like I think I might have
Evan?
just mistyped it. It probably was supposed to be Evan.
Ewan.
Okay.
It might be
McGregor.
Ewan.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be Ewan. It could actually be Ewan.
Anyway,
Oh, okay.
Ewan, Macy, Samuel,
the
Callum,
older
Nicole,
kids,
Lara.
kids take the younger kids outside.
Yep, the only one left is the small 3-year-old who's just hanging out,
And Lucas is
and
just passed out.
and Lucas is just resting. He's turned over, facing away from you guys.
I have. Yeah, thank you for the tea.
Hmm.
But
I believe.
I wasn't expecting just to have a shit ton of kids.
Well, they're gone now.
I know, but it still complicates the thing.
He was gonna turn them into a charity case, and now they're too much of a charity case.
No, I was gonna fucking send Lucas and like his
Everyone
family.
in the sluice is a charity.
I was gonna send Lucas and his family over to fucking the temple.
I don't know.
Not this temple, like the fucking temple of Ishmael.
Yeah, don't.
But-
Not everybody's gonna be super receptive to. Hey, here's
How
your
old
second
is
chance
Lucas?
from God. 16.
Oh, 16? Okay.
Lucas is 16.
Here, go to church.
You
so-
could, because he's doing this for his sister, correct?
Yeah.
That's what he said. You could offer to get him and his sister there, because his sister might be able to find Matthew Lake now that walking is. But it will be a heck of a travel for them.
Get paid back.
That is a thing. Because maybe God could escort them.
I don't know what Jacob's plans are, but like,
He's really left it open to me.
okay.
Okay.
Well, like, you could throw that out there to Godfrey.
Land them.
We know as players that he's leaving at the end of this.
He mentioned in character last session that he's
Okay,
leaving.
yeah. But we know he's wandering, so if he wanders that way, he can help.
I mainly opposition.
Aye?
You're gonna marry him. Sorry.
No. I'm already married, Tanner. You know this.
I don't know nothing about how you work.
Choose to forget. Would you like to take him on as a squire? He's not as able as he used to be, but he's good in his hands.
Understatement of the year.
Half the man he used to be.
Like this mom has seen. Oh my God, I can get him out of this squalor. He's not as good as he used to be, but he's still fucking great.
Yeah, right? That's exactly what she's
Like,
saying.
holy shit, this dude's offering to do something?
Lucas, before we mentioned a sister.
Piper. They're all, by the way, they're all brothers and sisters. They're all mine.
Yeah.
But,
All hers.
you get the
No, she
implication. No, it's
adopted
they're
an
all.
entire foster family.
No.
They're all brothers and sisters, just not her mom.
Look, I'll say, like, right now, either through context or something like that, she's the mom.
They look related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. She is the mom of 8 children.
Oh, I was definitely getting
They've
woman of the slums has just gathered children vibe.
I mean, there's probably them in this
Fucking
case,
Edith
no.
and I was
okay.
like, these are all my children now.
Sorry, super getting the wrong vibe.
No, yeah, no. This is these are all her children.
Ah.
She's not as old as you were making her out to be. The older lady is as old as you were making out to be. Who's like currently at the washing bin. Well, that would be Piper. See, when oh, I actually wrote down the Paw's name.
Paul, you gonna come back from work, Paul?
No, you actually already know.
The average
You already know what
male
happened,
walks
Paul.
at 5 miles per hour. The store is 1 mile away. Now tell me why it's taken my dad 5 years to get back from the convenience store.
5 miles an hour. That is a man on a mission.
He needed that milk.
It's a fast one.
Okay, I did not give him that. When Pa died 3 years ago in the mining accident, which Joel mentioned, by the way,
Yeah.
you know, we kept as best we could, but about then, that's when Piper first started getting sick.
Totally understand.
And we got a nice payout, but she's doesn't have the highest constitution, and so
Sorry.
That's funny.
so we try to always pay our due and stuff like that, and we've never taken charity yet. And she's doing okay now, but well, she's actually kind of gone in a little bit of a downturn. Every casting costs a decent chunk, so
Alright, yeah.
I believe it's restoration. It cures her right away, but she just gets sick again.
George should know this.
Godfrey and Druids know it. And so do you.
Cool. I'm just gonna say.
Well, but paladins level at different rates.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yes.
You're
You
gonna,
know,
it's gonna be.
you're aware of
You
it.
will be able to eventually cast it. I don't think you can yet, but I think that they
Right,
can.
Alright.
You'll get it's a second level spell. Lesson?
Second level spell.
Yeah, so you would get it at level 5.
One of its features is it can cure disease. Godfrey has mentioned to you, though, that when you use divine healing, it cures the disease, which
It eradicates the disease.
yeah, which also takes away your immunity to it. So that's what the hospital's job is, to keep you comfortable and alive and until you build your own immunity. But if they have to, they'll just cure it to save your life.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
expect
like that's the problem she's having. She's not surviving the sickness long enough to build up anything to it. She's just going okay to plummeting.
Mhm. She's also very young. You can take a look at her. She's maybe 3.5, 4.
Boyle's House of Laundry, correct?
I made that up on the spot. You can just call it Miss Boyle's house.
3.5, 40.
You see a bunch of laundry around.
Years
Why?
old.
Okay, so that's a. There's a lot of charity we need to work out real quick and get our heads.
Anyway, if you have a job for Lucas, I will take it in a heartbeat. He's done some great stuff in the past. And all my children know how to wash.
Aww.
That's a job and more permission. There is and I really is up.
It's becoming important.
He's awake or.
I can go wake him up if it's important. She goes up over to the bed and shakes him, and
We're talking about Jacob.
he,
Okay, it's fine.
she wakes him up, and she gives him an arm. He's about just maybe an inch taller than her, or would have been, and puts an arm
He
around
lost
her.
quite
Would
a few.
Tanner be of any help, or is he too short?
Probably too
He lost
short.
about a foot.
He's actually quite light, and he looked to be decently well built. Like not like jacked or anything, but thin and lean.
I'll get a chair ready for him.
She was bringing him over to the chair she was in. If you want to help with that, that
yeah, I'll
helps.
I
help
can-
with that. Like, guide him in.
Sorry, they needed someone to help him to get over. I can do that if.
If you want to help,
Yeah.
his mom is currently helping. If you want to help as well, that's perfectly
Tanner's
fine.
just too short
Yeah, I can
to
do that.
effectively help her carry the height differences too.
Yeah, they're in the high 5 feet.
Yeah.
I guess the
Well-
mom is 5'6".
Yeah, but she would be helping him at her height.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
effectively lifting this person.
So yeah, with your help and you helping with the chair, he gets over there. He looks pretty ragged, eyes are red and stuff like that, and just looks kind of pretty defeated.
Morning, sunshine.
One of his legs of his pants has been tied underneath the left leg. The right leg is still there, but you can see it's now just covered in bandage.
Hanging there limb.
Actually, no, they would have done something a little bit more practical. They've taken it and wrapped it, so it's just tucked. It's now so thin that it's still not even the width of what a normal thigh would be.
Yeah, but they can hide it.
Yeah, but, so yeah, they would have tied the trousers too. I guess you wouldn't know that, but they basically bend it at the knee the other leg. He looks like he has no legs at the moment, is how it kind of looks.
I mean, fair. That doesn't seem like fair.
All right.
I know what you're envisioning, but like if the leg is still there, they wouldn't pretend like it's not. They would just
But
put
no,
him in
because like
pants.
doing this and like just forcing him to like sit on it could like cut off circulation to what little bit of leg is left there,
Yeah.
and just exacerbate whatever injury. He
In
has.
this particular case, this is more like somebody with oh great, there was a kid I knew about that. It's a muscle degeneration disease.
Muscular
Muscular
dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy, yeah. And you
I
can
mean, but yeah, you're gonna cause more problems to the body if you're sitting on the stump.
alright, we can just leave it
Yeah.
flat then. But it's
they,
still
they
left.
would just leave the leg out because either at
'Cause
some
it
point
just
it's going to
kinda-
need to be amputated, or
Or it can just sit there.
or eventually it might be able to be healed through some
Yeah.
grand magical means,
Mm.
or it'll just remain twinky.
Mm.
But they wouldn't like bind it back.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
Because that would just cause like functional bed sores and things
Yeah.
to it.
Alright,
Sorry, that just
anyway, he gets over to the chair. Welcome.
he's great.
His mom, Mrs. Boyle, heads out and just goes like, I'll go check on the children. You guys talk all you need. And she goes over and picks up Piper and takes out. By the way, Miss Boyle looks to be about 43.
Gunmar kind of sits in front of Lucas. We'll go ahead and cut to the chase, so waste each other's time. I have a proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
It may be able to help both you and Piper. There's a temple. Not temple that Gunmar.
It's a month's journey or
month's
more
journey.
at good pace.
But longer at his pace.
Mm-hmm.
There's a temple of Ishmael. It's far from here, but
Did Ishmael?
aye,
Guy in town named Fletcher.
I'm aware. I yet to meet him, but
He's good. I've heard his talk. And so if you're preaching me Ishmael, I'm okay. Okay. I appreciate the help, but I earn what I earn with my own hands. And there's a setback, but I'll learn. And we'll just change up the plans. But
this
besides, I'm in no mood to travel, and Piper can't be left like that.
my friend Gottfried here. He'd be willing to support you, and it is less. Think of it less for you, more for Piper. She will be able to help there. They are more than willing.
I mean, the same thing goes for here. I mean, I wasn't always going to be a sneak thief. This changed a lot of my opportunities here, though. I was going to be a mine or a lumberjack.
Because there are temples.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, specifically not. Got it.
There is a human temple, and he probably has an
There's
altar.
one to Hera, that's what I'm thinking of.
Hestia.
Hestia is one in Rodheim, who is it's just a temple to Hestia.
Okay.
It's alright.
Anyway,
On the way.
where's Lucas at right now? Let me think. Look, I don't think I've done enough to be redeemed, and I'm not really sorry for anything I've done, and I'd rather hold my second chance until I need it. But you, big fella, and he addresses to Gottfried, you're willing to, if you're able to cast the spell my sister needs, you know, wouldn't mind hanging out with you just for that, especially if, you know, cut discount.
Godfrey will not charge them.
Godfrey doesn't mention that, but Godfrey does shake his head.
I don't know why I was checking over here. I don't remember what the
In this world, it would be,
no, like the spell.
It's not a.
oh, there's no cost.
No, it's just.
No, it's free to cast.
It's a service
There
to
is for
eat a spell.
greater.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That, yes, that's
what I'm
100
thinking of.
diamond dust.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking of.
Greater restoration. Brooke, I'll help you out. I'll take your,
Money.
I won't take your charity, but if you're willing to go out, and it has more opportunities than this, I'll go with you. And if you can cast restoration, I'll take. No, I don't think we'll take Piper. Look, even if we can't pay, the temples here will still help her. Look, and it's just more debt that will carry on.
Needs less restoration.
For now.
Periodically, that's
Okay.
the issue. She's not surviving to cure for whatever disease she keeps getting. She's just too weak. This is too dirty of an environment, and stuff like that. She does look to be well fed. They actually all look to be well fed to the most part. He was trapped for several days
And being eaten.
and being eaten.
But you could offer to cast it before we leave.
Fly
It
out
would be
of
super
Mhm,
helpful.
yeah.
They would be so happy.
If you're willing to wait, ready it for tomorrow.
I'm in no rush to go.
Godfrey
Really, I'm in no rush to go.
Godfrey might have it prepared today.
Look, since we're talking private here and being succinct, and he kind of like leans back and like adjusts himself. He was expecting legs to counterbalance that. Grabs the table. Look, there's a guy named in town. His name's Post. He's the guy I borrowed money from and bought the gloves off of. I can't just skip out on that loan, but I don't have enough to pay him back.
Area of town.
Yep.
How much was the loan for?
When I took it, it was at $450. No. Sorry. I paid for some of it up front, what I had from another endeavor. So, I owe him $200, but with the 20 points he adds on every single day, you're looking at close to $300.
He's good.
Pay that, no mind. But, Piper, you and I both know that this isn't exactly the
She's sick, but she's with family. She gets well fed. She'll break this sickness. Traveling ain't gonna help her. It's gonna be just as hard.
How much would it cost to put her up in
Few days. Something for this.
our hospitals as expensive they are in real life?
About
I
4
I
gold a
I
day.
thought you said something earlier about the hospital being paid for by about there being social health care.
There is, if you can pay, you choose to, and a lot of people will choose to do it off of pride. So he's never gone in. They've only paid for the service.
Just a moron. Got it.
prideful.
It's actually more like the same. Okay, think of it more like the American healthcare system.
Okay.
They will always take you. They will always, like, you walk in, you will always get cared for.
So it's not healthcare.
No,
It's not universal healthcare.
it's not universal health care.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, the existence of it and funding it to a degree and stuff
But
like
if
that.
you're
But
dying, they'll save your life.
yes,
You'll just be in crippling debt for the rest.
Mm.
Got it.
Cool. It's like an ambulance ride in the U.S.
America.
it's probably not nearly severe, and it probably
We should
does change
Talk to
Bay.
Lord Candace about fixing this.
It,
This is a nice road. They have taxes to burn.
We can't just like
David,
talk to you about your healthcare system.
Or lack thereob.
Do you
That's
have
for higher level
Huh?
PCs that have done everything.
Charger?
We set up an
Charger?
actual
I actually do. I'm probably full. I am.
Uh-huh.
So if you, you.
I was gonna say that's not gonna reach.
I'm gonna tell you right
Yeah.
now, it's probably not as bad as the American health care system.
It would be harder to be as.
No, but it is very much a like you come in, you do get a bill. If you can't pay, you can be on charity cases, which is what my mom's system does and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. And but there is a partly it's pride and partly it's also like even the charity cases, it's like 10%.
Gotcha.
I still.
You
Let me
ever-
look at that. You're fine. 300 gold.
Right.
Probably not nearly as bad. And granted, they really only do it when a casting has to be done. Just being in the hospital can add up, but if like under constant care and paying for salaries and stuff like that, I'm basing this off actually aristocratic in-stay.
Okay.
It's about It's about 4 gold
You
a day.
ever had one of them dealers checkers see like what's going on with her and if they could help at all? Even?
They've mentioned that good air, good food, which we both provide. She's just a weaker individual. They can't change much about that. She'll always get sick. Maybe when she's older, she'll be able to fight it more. But
Just getting her there.
yeah, she's just got to survive. My mom hasn't lost a kid yet, and that's saying something. So she's kind of the oddball out, Look, if you want to put her up in the hospital for a week or two, it'll probably do her good, but it probably won't do an instant fix. This is a long-term problem.
That should be enough to put her.
120 gold.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. She's been coming down with something. If it's real bad, that should still be enough to cast something. But I'll take your offer. I won't go to the Ishmael, but I'll follow Godfrey over there, and maybe I'll change my mind on the way, if nothing else. If they got prosthetic limbs like they have here, but more opportunities to earn some gold, I'll take. I'm not totally useless. I got my own skills.
Be a follower of Ishmael.
But anyway, getting out of here would be one less mouth to feed, and when I can't earn as much as I used to, I'll travel with your friend there.
Pride. I've noticed quite a bit.
I would call it self-worth, but go ahead.
It is good to have, but when it comes to refusing help based on that is when it starts to get.
Keep it in mind.
And as Gunmar is saying that, he's because subconsciously just kind of scratches.
All right. Well, unless you guys are gonna pay for a pair of little legs, let me give you the address of Post. Like takes out a grabby piece of paper and writing on it.
You might have a gun.
Whoa!
America.
Also, side note, are you still like really hungry? You look really hungry.
I mean, I've eaten, though a lot of it's come back up. But if you got food, I'll take it.
Okay,
I don't have
I'm
it.
going to need you to
He does.
close your
It's not
eyes.
going to stay down if you give him the grub.
It
I mean,
won't.
I'm
No.
going to need you to close your eyes, and I will feed you this magical pellet of food that will keep you full 24 hours.
All right.
You might want to crush the head first.
And he just holds out his hand. Mouth opens his mouth.
Yep, open your
and his
mouth.
mouth is and his eyes are closed.
Mhm.
Cool. I flavor it to taste like something good. Like I don't know.
Very.
Chalk.
But
Sure,
Some sort of
something,
jam, probably.
something
Yeah.
good but simple, so it's not going to trigger
Yeah.
his
Mm-hmm.
stomach.
Like blueberry.
Solid.
Like,
just like a
Slightly
really
and then I
crunchy.
just
calm flavor.
Honestly, blueberry is a solid choice for
Yeah.
that.
and then
It's gonna be jammy on the inside.
No. It's
and I
true,
put it on his
good
mouth and I say, "Quick swallow."
You helped lower the DC, plus he rolled high and just. I'm not gonna ask what that was.
It's best.
Well, like you see, like a rosiness kind of comes back to him, but do you feel better?
You will.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just don't think about it too much, Don.
Bonnie
Yeah.
just
What was
goes, why,
Post's address again?
why were you trying to hide?
No reason. Just.
Oh yeah, Gunmar still has like the fucking red helmet smoldering.
Yeah.
on.
Oh god, yes! Well, you can.
Um.
Isn't there a command word to turn those on and off?
you can turn them on and off, yeah.
I do
Go-
love the idea that he's just sitting here looking like a freaking video game antagonist. Like, do you want to be redeemed, child?
That's the exact aesthetic I was going for.
With me for the side of darkness.
We have redemption bourbon.
Are you sure none of us are playing evil characters?
Not everybody finds this entirely as accurate.
I don't want to know what it was. I feel
Really?
better. I'm
That's for the
good.
best.
Yep.
I've eaten many things. That's okay. Anyway, if you want to come back tomorrow, talking to Godfrey at this point, or you yourself, Anya, I want to say you introduced yourself.
Sure.
He makes sense of this one.
Yeah.
Talking about.
If you want to come back and help Piper, go ahead, but I would wait till the doctor say yes. She might be able to pull through on this one, and that will be for her benefit.
Well, it's for her in.
Sounds good. I'll make sure my mom has it. Makes it okay doing the
Washing.
washing for the hospital and the couple of the townhouses over there in the Tongath ward. But 8 mouths to feed, plus her own, plus grandma. The elder war woman, by the way, is
Mouths to
still
feed.
over there.
Side note. How many good grubs are in that bag of games?
Starting 23.
There were 8, now there are 7.
Not 23.
That would
23.
include all the kids, yeah, including.
There are 7, so he already had one. It would not get everyone, but it would get most of them. Because there are still 9 people to feed.
She'd be younger than that, because
No,
she started when
just
she was
like skip
23.
out the old lady and the
She's
mom.
39. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be that would be all the
That's
children.
all the kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, the mom
She's
is...
making them eat it.
Yes.
The mom's 39, sorry.
Okay.
So I would also cut down on the cost of food. I would like to feed some of these magical balls of food to the rest of the children. We have the rest of the children.
Do you hold it out? Is it like in a
No, it's in a bag.
Alright. I think they've eaten today, but
Should just leave it up the
if...
I mean, that would make them not have to eat any more meals for the next 20
Oh, probably help Piper to sleep through the night, if nothing else. And he just kind of leans out. This is a small space, and you guys are packing it in
I've
here.
already given out all my bread.
Perfectly fine.
fine.
These,
Put good
food is
grubs.
not necessarily an issue yet.
Yeah.
He leans over, and there seems to be a
It's
small
more we're
window.
just saving them on the next grocery bill a bit.
We're feeding bugs to a sick girl.
He goes over to, like, there's a small window,
Yay, food!
and she shouts out of it, and just like, Ma, you can bring them all in now. And she comes in with all the rest of the kids, who seem to be outside, just kind of frolicking a little bit. Where apparently with less feet movement in that yard, besides the spaces in between the posts where she moves up and down, there's actually thick tufts of grass that as long as they functionally, as long as you're, not walking on it 24/7, which this is so densely packed, there's no way to not do. This is incredibly fertile dirt. As it's
That's where everybody shits.
stream runoff, it's how the Nile stays incredibly
What
fertile.
do you think's in the stream, Alex?
It's nutrient. No, it's nitrogen, but
Shit. And where does nitrogen come from? Shit.
no,
No, actually.
No, not at all.
Where does
Nitrogen
magic
peroxide,
come?
I'm telling you.
Anyway,
Nitrogen doesn't do that.
so you see like tufts of grass where they haven't been moving,
Yeah.
and they just kind of play in that areas. They all come in, and you're introduced in descending order of age.
Food for the hungry.
Ewan, Macy, Samuel, Callum, Nicole, Laura, and Piper being carried by her mother.
Oh, that's an impressive, spread of names.
There's Billy and Belly and Shelly and Kelly.
I mean,
All of
they're
them
not the Von
separate
Trapps, but they're up there.
Okay.
So there's 8 kids, 7 not including Lucas, and the
Okay.
mom.
So, ma'am, I talked to the mom.
Mhm.
I have something here that should help you save a bit on your next shopping trip. They are magical food that will last for 24 hours. They won't need to eat any meal. I only
Okay.
have 7 of them, so I was thinking of giving them all to the kids. I wanted to tell you beforehand because although they look a bit weird, I guarantee you it is perfectly healthy and I can magically make them taste.
Give me a persuasion check. Lucas will pipe up then and go like, he fed one to me, it's a little weird, but it seems to work. You can take advantage.
A little gushy.
And then
Straws.
That one went on a
Could I
journey.
have a straw?
Yeah, 16.
She's pensive,
There you go.
but with Lucas's help, she trusts her son. Alright, just
Smoothie.
one at a time then.
Okay.
Samuel, Iwan, go first.
Okay, close your eyes, open your mouth. Also, bend down. You're too tall.
They all sit down, kind of on the edge of the bed, at one at a time.
Bend over. Cough.
Now eat this grub.
And you do feed each of them. Iwan holds it down.
I ask them what their favorite fruit is each time before I feed them,
Okay,
and then I flavor it to that fruit.
nice. Macy holds it down. Samuel holds it down. Callum holds it down. Nicole.
Okay, but they're children. Which of them peek? Which of them peek at the grub?
Probably Callum and down.
Yeah, but one of those is definitely a boy's name.
Callum
So-
is a boy. Nicole is a girl. Laura is a girl. Piper's a girl.
So who sees?
Probably
Cares?
Callum, Nicole, Laura, and Piper, but Piper's 3.
And that's when a child says, "Ew, a bug!"
And then the
Out
rest of
loud.
the children go.
Actually, Nicole probably does because Nicole did not succeed. So she, instead of swallowing it really quickly because she's only 6, she does crunch into it
Oh,
and just
no.
just doesn't throw up, but just
said
jumps.
swallow.
Back out.
Looks
Yeah.
at her mom in betrayal.
And you're like, what? It's okay, honey. She brings her closer and just they less seem okay with it, and the other kids wasn't good, but it's fine, and they're psyching up the other kids. So there's Laura left and Piper.
Did I give out absolutely every bit of my bread, or do I still have
You probably you gave out all your bread.
Yeah.
It was
There was a
long
lot of
one.
homeless people.
I was gonna offer one bun to the mom.
Laura also,
Yes, Quark has bread. I'm
Doesn't-
not sure how
is-
willing he is to give
He's
it
not,
up.
but he
Yeah.
has bread.
he's not really, these are very small children. Laura's 5. She does the same thing. She doesn't swallow it fast enough and just yeah.
Honestly, though, Piper won't know the difference if it's flavored like something else.
She's 3. She can talk in a little bit like that. She's not she's
He's not.
Yeah, but
she's
if-
a solid
If she
toddler.
doesn't see what it is, she won't process that it's a weird thing that Knights do.
Probably, but they at that point you do have talking and
That's what you get
perceptions
for
and stuff like
flavoring
that.
stuff with bugs.
I don't
She
regret
also
it.
can't
I know
see.
you
I also
don't.
don't regret it.
I will say that they all seem to get the effect. Enough of it still goes down, but they just can't keep the bug down.
That's fine.
It does burst like a Tide Pod, so.
Oh god.
Tide Pods.
Why Tide?
It's like leathery like one
Gushers.
too.
What?
It's like leathery like
Oh,
one too.
Oh,
The non-edible
No.
things.
Hey,
Gushers, grapes,
I
olives,
speak in
any of them.
primordial with a
Yeah.
squark.
It's
Okay,
just like
Tide
laundry
Pods.
detergent because they're doing
I'll
laundry.
give you 5 gold for 1 bun.
Talk to him. You're talking to.
Yeah, I'm talking
Oh,
to
you're talking.
Squark.
Oh,
Squark.
Oh, Squark have any food?
Yes, he
Oh,
had like he took
He has-
6
If you're-
bread.
He has gathered all the bread he can physically carry.
He will give you the bread
for 5 gold.
for
Yeah.
5 gold. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you're-
He's gonna go and buy more bread with
Yep.
this money.
I can turn this one bread into like 40 bread.
Money can be exchanged.
Good service. One of a penny.
Where's it from?
It's a mixture of sandwich and not eating for like 13 hours.
Is it not Panera?
Did you just random place?
Bread loaf was
I just
2
scroll through
copper.
till I find places that look good.
I hand the
Google
bread
Eats or DoorDash.
to the mom. It's like, here. I know for a fact being a parent is hard. 8 is...
She just take the bread and like, oh, thank you. This is nice. This is a good loaf. It's actually day old bread by now,
Got
but like
burnt shit on
it's
It adds to the seasoning.
it's good bread to add to the soup that she has on the counter, and all it's gonna do is make the soup taste better
Yeah.
because it's giving an extra day.
The soup up.
Mm.
The soup makes it full.
Anyway, she goes puts it next to the soup. She's not gonna add it right now.
Right.
So, what did you guys decide on? And Lucas goes like, the big guy up there, he's gonna come back tomorrow, and gonna head out to him to
Insert city here.
It was West
Low
Cliff,
Cliff.
wasn't it? Low Cliff.
Lowcliff, and like his mom goes up like, that's quite a journey. I've never been that far east in my life. Well, make sure to send us postcards and other things and keep in touch. And
Been
he
looking
goes
for
like,
you.
yeah.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Your
Your
hands
hands
only.
only.
But they converse for a little bit, and then Lucas turns to you and goes like,
Yes.
look, thanks for the opportunity. And thanks for, and he looks at Godfrey and like, thanks for saving me. I don't really know what I'm going to do now with this condition. If it's reversible, I'll save up for it. But I know minors, every once in a while, stuff happens. And there's opportunities like that, so this low gift place has it as well.
Yeah.
You know, save up and see what I can do, and a couple years from now, I'll walk home.
Once you do get to Low Cliff, Temple, just tell them that Gunmar just sent you that way. Maybe able to find like 2 other names. I know one of them was named
Emily.
Happenling.
Was it
Emily
it was
and
Emily and
Alex.
It was Emily.
It was
I
not
don't know
Alex.
if it was not Alex.
it was not
I literally just saw them too.
By the end of this campaign, Walltown was the people that you sent this one temple.
Only one he knows of.
Xavier.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Xavier and Emily Hayes.
Mm-hmm. They're halflings.
Should be
Just go. I asked for Emily and Xavier.
Xavier. Tell
They will.
them Gunmar sent you, and they should be.
He pulls out a small pocketbook that you recognize that was in that satchel, and he starts writing this down. Like,
Just
all right.
Tanner's Dudley.
All right. And Gunmar.
He shakes your hand. All right.
Mimic that chose a hat.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks,
Get out.
Okay.
It's pretty crowded in here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And if you
remember
can
to
go
tell
see Prost today, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Done that.
And remember to tell your mom about the satchel that I left.
We'll talk when everybody else is in bed.
Right.
Guys, head out.
He gave us posts.
Um,
Find him, right?
It's a handwritten map that can be deciphered. It's a little hard, but it can be deciphered. And he's functionally a 5-minute walk. But he's in the sluice. And he also mentioned that, like, he did math on it. And he owes, rounding, it makes no difference, about 300 gold.
So what's the plan? Are we just gonna play this thing outright, or are we gonna do something else?
We're going to do the ancient mortal technique called winging.
We have time.
Only
We could
one of
talk
us
about
has
a plan.
wings.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Listen, what I'm saying is, it should be a simple thing, just paying the loan shark,
Yeah.
and then we leave. If we think anything super illegal, because obviously there's the illegal going on, but if there's like super illegal, like we need to deal with it right then and there,
We are
Maybe
members of the guild.
maybe we should have some sort of code word.
Willow.
Like it's especially
No, it's not gonna happen.
Fine,
They're doing
mahogany.
illegal things.
No,
That's
you can't-
already in use.
Guards! Guards!
You can't use a word that's already in use in another.
Okay, fine. How about ah?
If half of us,
Perfect.
if half of us run to the guards and the other half stay, we can't chase the half.
That's not split the party.
Look, all
Like I'm
saying-
dumb, but I know not to do that.
All I'm saying is people like what I'm assuming Post is gonna like. They don't play nice. They don't play bad.
I want to be cut in half.
Nobody
That's exactly
does,
what
but
he
you know.
Alright!
I'm just
we just yell Fisher.
It should be simple. Yeah, we can do that. It should be simple, but things tend not to get unsimple around.
Listen, if anyone says the word Fisher in an operation, assume bad things happen.
Speed is higher than the base speed of your.
But other than that, I don't think there's really much we can play ever having been there.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and try not to attack.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
The
if we
plan-
find out that there's like a slave, he's the head of slave trade.
That's a good point.
Um,
I'm mainly saying that because some of us is leveled up and we're supposed to.
Oh shit.
Yeah, technically we're still level 3.
Well, hopefully it'll go fine then.
Right? God.
You make the 5-minute journey through the maze of ramshack buildings and bonfires, and not bonfires, but like just other fires and stuff like that. Kind of communal things where people have huddled around.
Trash can fires.
Yeah, if trash cans existed.
If trash
Barrel fire.
Barrel fires.
If barrels fire. Like,
Barrels exist.
yeah, they're wooden, and
They're often lined on the inside to make sure that they're waterproof.
they're lined with.
With stuff that makes them waterproof, not fireproof.
Yeah, no, this is
It's
they're
like
wooden,
tar.
It's also a fantasy
which is very
game.
flammable. Tar is just pure. Is like shitty
no,
petroleum.
that's why I'm
That's
saying.
why
Yeah.
you put the fire in them.
No,
Like, no, I pointed that one out
Yeah.
for that reason.
yeah, just highly flammable objects.
I mean, you can use a barrel. It'll just eventually turn to a bonfire.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like there's a type of
please
fire.
don't burn down the sluice.
We aren't.
They aren't either.
There is a type of fire that when if you split a log and like.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Swedish fire.
Like that type. It could be like
You need a log for like. You can see a couple of those because they can actually be cooked on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's fires around. Small personal fires.
Thank you.
What you find is
You are hungry.
Post's building looks like every other building you have just passed. The maybe one defining feature is that every building you pass has some kind of flap window. So there's no glass, but there's a piece of wood that they can flap up and down to get some airflow. This looks to have none, except for one in the front, and it looks like it hasn't been opened in a very long time. So it's a flat box building, has a nondescript door, and you can see light poking through its many holes in the planks in the wall.
It's not like that my plan of being a sniper, so to say.
Not in this case.
Who's gonna do all the talking?
I mean, you can still snipe them from like
Yeah.
5 feet away.
For me.
Just-
Yeah, no, I was just talking about like I'll be across the street with a
What is
bow
his name?
and arrow ready.
Yeah, it doesn't look too much in
The
the
guy we need to
sluice.
talk to's name is Post. There
So
might
the
be
sluice
more
doesn't even
people.
have roads.
I was gonna say, the more I thought about it, I'm like, everything's probably
think we
really
should mention-
compact and.
This is his name.
Road is just another word for living space.
I think we should just be like, hey, we're here on behalf of a man that
Well,
purchased
the
some
problem
blood.
We
Wait,
need
no.
to mention.
The
We
problem
need to
is if
mention.
we don't tell him it's for Lucas, he still thinks.
We speak to Post. We only speak to Post.
Okay,
We say we're here to settle Lucas's debt.
Right.
We do that, we'll leave.
got
We hope nothing else happens.
it. And all I'm going to say, you have full authority. Like this is kind of your purview, so you have full authority to cut any of us off and just like usher us out. If
The less you tend to say in these sorts of things, the better.
Gunmar goes ahead and like the
You hear shuffling from inside, as like a stool getting pushed back as somebody stands up. There's a beat or something like that, and somebody's at the door, and you hear a twist and a creak, and like an inch of light is showing. You can see a very like emerald green eye and the strands of like greasy black hair. And just goes like, "Yeah, what do you want?
we're here to speak with Post.
What business you got?
Your business with Post.
We're here to pay a debt.
Settle a debt.
Not a debt.
One that Post knows.
Post knows about it and I know about it. Whose debt? Your debt? I don't recognize any of you.
We will speak.
It's hard to recognize anyone through just cracking
Through
a
I
that
got good
exchange
eyes.
just then, can I insight check to see if he is talking about himself in the third person?
Give me an insight check.
Solid
Trying
plan.
to fuck with us.
Those eyeing-
Use that red die, because that fucking blue die is bouncing.
They're both bouncy. It's the tray.
I made it
Not
contested,
bounce.
by the way.
That did not
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
See?
Inside,
This one.
I'm pretty sure it's 4, so I'm pretty sure that's
It's
a
lighter.
I a tree.
What'd you roll?
That's a
16.
16. Plus
Yeah,
whatever is bonus.
Dirty 20.
Wow. You might have won. Give me a second.
You might have won.
Well, he rolled really high, but I mean, like,
Ah,
he's
okay.
not that good. Hold on, my
Kind
campaigns.
of 1 D&D. The whole
Damn.
campaign.
He is the big man.
We
I
did it.
did here.
You win. You're the DM now.
Have fun.
Is that the
You
price
get to
of
know
winning?
gun more shit.
The price of winning.
Have fun.
Oh, there he is.
More one Evan session. And now Michael went out.
Michael goes over and sits there, and then kobolds start coming from the ground, crawling up.
Through the dirt.
They each have a machine gun. Several of them are carrying artillery.
Initiative.
The uprising has begun.
20?
Yes.
He is hard to read.
Oh my god.
You're not getting a lot of the facial movements, it's just one eye. And he's like, even with that one eye, he's getting a beat on everyone here.
Yeah.
And he's just like, true. And just says like, look, you speak plainly, and we can get this through, or you can fuck off.
Here to post his money, but we post his money. Not a man in a
Who,
door.
who loan are you paying? Speak plainly.
Yes.
Lucas's.
Lucas Boyle.
Alright? He's several days late.
We're good for the cash.
He looks you over and some of your new gear and stuff like that and says, well, you look wealthy enough to pay it off. Come on in. And he opens the door. It's a small building. It has a small bed. There seems to be a small desk with a couple candles on it and a book. And there's a relatively large, decent chest in the back. Before letting you in, he just shut the door. There's a couple beats, and then he opens it up again.
He has to close his thing off.
You didn't see one of those change, but it's whatever you come up to. You see a human, looks to be late 40s, maybe older, but just greasy long black hair, a scraggly beard, workers' clothes of a miner, but they don't have like soot or anything on them. They're just dirty from mud.
We should have totally got a description of post.
He goes and sits behind his desk and like, all right, that's a lot of people. Just one of you.
Gunmar walks in.
You go sit down. He does have one other chair.
Oh, there's one other. Okay.
Gunmar will remain standing.
All right, just that's the tally. So you want to pay off Lucas's Boyle's
I
tab?
believe it comes up to. I believe he owes you 300 gold.
That boy's not good at math. He owes me 415.
Hold on. Real quickly. I feel like gotta go up in increments of fucking 20. At the very least. It is an odd number and it should have been even. It goes up by 20 a day. Like,
I was going to make an insight check.
You can. You're at the door. It's a small enough building. You're actually not too far away. You match his DC, so it goes
I
to
was
you,
going to
right?
say I can't roll higher,
Guys, go to the
so.
roller.
Yeah, okay. Oh, actually no, because this might be lower because he's doing something else. Yeah, no, this was lower. You get a good sense that he's telling the truth. I bet that kid forgot about compounding interest. One of the greatest forces of this natural world.
Well, I don't particularly care about the exact.
415 and takes him off my book.
415?
415 gold.
That is what he said, yeah.
You pay him 415?
Yep.
He takes it and spills it out and starts rapidly putting them into packs. And you notice he's putting them into stacks of 50. This is good. And he just sweeps it all into a bag.
I believe our business here is done.
He takes out a quill, and dots his tongue, puts it in ink, flips a couple pages in the book in front of him, and crosses his name.
is it his name?
You can get a perception check.
Can I also do that?
Yep.
Can someone tell
From
him
the
to see the
doorway?
table to make the perception check?
I have special
Darwin.
eyes.
You would get advantage on this.
Yes.
Well,
They hit each other. I saw it.
That's 19.
Alright. Due to height differences, you have a harder time at seeing this, and you're looking out the glass and trying to get a good angle, but you're just not seeing it. He writes apparently in very fine script. Even if you could see it, which you end up doing, it's hard to read, but he takes his time doing it, and you just barely are able to look at that name upside down in cursive backwards.
I can do it.
And it is his name, Lucas Boyle. And you can see that there was a number, 200, and the next to that in a column was another number, and 4 days of numbers had passed.
Reached the 415.
Yep. He confused 20 gold a day with 20 points of interest.
The 20 points.
So, if you're done spending someone else's money, could I interest you in some of my goods if you still have some
Grandma
gold?
yeah, no, fuck it. This is bullshit. This guy's shady as shit.
Tanner will linger until everyone else is gone, just to make sure everybody else leaves the room. The last one.
While you are waiting, he looked to you and he will say in Thieves' Cant,
Of course he does.
what he says is Miss Muffet hungry for a tuffet? And it means, are you a thief interested in stolen goods? At a discount.
Would the responses be?
You can make up anyway, you can just tell me.
Okay.
Yes, she's famous.
Oh, hi, Mickey.
The cow in the field at midnight.
What the fuck are you guys
You
talking
can
about?
straight up make up stuff like that. I love Thieves' Cant.
I'm too tired to come up with something clever.
Mhm.
So I tell him the response that's just like, not right now, but maybe later.
You quickly see, because your passive's high enough, you glint in his eyes, and he's not the most subtle, and he casts a small spell, and he looks you guys over, and just, as
Everyone
you're
else
leaving,
is gone, yeah.
they were leaving. He
Oh,
does
okay.
this very quickly, and he does not mind talking to Thieves' Cant, and because if anyone can understand him, all they are
He
is a
wants to do
customer.
business with him,
Yeah.
yeah.
He notices your hands.
Uh-huh.
He looks down and goes, "You've already in Thieves' Cant. I won't make up something.
That's fair.
I see you've seen some of my wares.
See how good they are.
Make sure they travel well." You're out. The door closes behind you. It was actually on a spring, so it will
Of course it was.
auto close. Very quickly, you can hear rustling behind the door. Yep. You've paid off his debt.
Okay, that guy was shady as hell.
Yeah, but if we ever need something that we can't get next, that's where we go.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
is
read
something,
the room, but I kind of wanted to see his goods.
As we're walking away
Mhm.
to just the party, so
Mhm.
like trying to keep it away from prying ears.
That's really hard to do in the sloop.
That's
You know Sparky has message.
yeah.
it's-
Actually,
it's
noisier
not-
places are easier to hide your conversation.
Everyone is listening in the sleuths
That's fair.
because anything is valuable.
That's fair. We should go back, get dinner.
That's good to me.
Just in case the party forgot, there is still Fletcher, but you don't have to meet him tonight. But
I feel like we
What
should level.
time is it now?
it's about 7:30.
We can meet Fletcher.
You don't have to.
That's leveled up. Let's meet Fletcher when we come back tomorrow.
I don't feel like we should be out in this area.
Alright.
Alright, you follow your way back.
On the wall.
You follow your way back to Miss Boyle's because she's right next to the stairs, and then walk your way up. You are actually really, really close to Sluice Gate Bridge. You're next to Bridge.
Bridge.
Oh, sorry, no, it's Cantus Sluice Gate. You're next to Gate Bridge. And cross it, and you're within a half hour's walk of the lodge.
Alright.
Cool.
Oh, speaking of the lodge, I have a retcon. But this kind of it comes out in the wash, but I overcharged you for food and undercharged you for account staying. But they come out to this roughly the same. You guys got a small deal on the first night.
Oh, cool.
But from here on in, an inn stays 5 silver, not 2. And meals are 5 silver, not 6.
Okay.
Everything's 5 silver.
Yep. The modest meal that Squawk had, which was, and you actually had this too, the salad and the fish with 3 silver. You had the fancy meal.
So
Yeah. In fact, when I burned.
Oh my god, I didn't pay for my food yesterday.
you
Yeah,
did?
you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I just
did.
went straight upstairs.
The food was paid for. You're welcome.
They would.
Oh god,
I have to say
thank
they
you
would
so
not have
much.
let you forget it. So somebody
Holy
paid
crap.
for it.
That I thought I made.
How
a
did
really
you
bad
forget
mistake.
though?
I don't know. It was the hat.
It was definitely the
Yeah, I
head.
paid while you
True.
were.
Had some
When you
things on
turned
your
into
mind.
Tanner.
Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I got.
It was a
teed.
secret message.
You got teabagged!
Secret.
So
I
disrespectful.
do not know where the teabag went.
Secret.
Secret!
Don't worry about it. I'll get
I have
it.
acquired teabag.
Okay.
Please
I-
make secret messages. Put them in little paper airplanes. Just throw them at people.
I'm gonna get a little
Maybe.
weird
I won't
with my
use the
hat.
tea bag.
This secret goes to whoever this happens to land on.
Like, why do I notice this? 'Cause I don't know. You picked it up.
Just get a slingshot and just fucking launch it at people.
But it's still super specific. And you hear something with thieves can't, you just throw it at like Gunmar.
I'm gonna get weird with the hat. Sparky takes his hat off, puts it back
Was he
on.
normal with the hat?
He is he is a Goliath that is the size of 2'2". This Goliath has a brass or bronze?
Bronze.
A bronze dragonborn tail.
Doesn't have Dragonborn.
Dragons ones don't have tails.
Lizard folk tail.
Lizard folk tail. There you
But
go.
bronze nonetheless.
Yes. Then
Double check.
a large beetle mask, but not the same beetle. Let's make it like a it's a
Ladybug?
scarab, dung beetle.
Okay.
With a long flowing vine dress that has thorns and stuff, like little red, like sparky skin color thorns. The hat turns into the newsy cap, and then the skin is like a marbled gray, yellow. And he has
Gunmar,
wings.
as this is happening,
You don't get to add yourself wings because you get to keep them wind structure.
Feathers.
Gunmar slowly picks up his battle axe. Like,
No, no.
No, it's fine.
You can see
we
through
saw
this.
that
You know.
happen.
it's like, hello, Gunmar! He slowly picks up his battle axe. Change now. I'm gonna smack you with the blunt edge.
He had become the pack tactic. Pack magics.
If we ever get custom like shit, that image will be emblazoned on like shields and shit for the armor. But don't do that.
Just like
That was disturbing.
you throw every one of us into a blender and kind of just like
Kill me now!
dredge off the juice.
That's
once
what
it's-
the party mascot, if we had one, would look like.
Just
That
nightmare,
poor soul.
nightmare.
That would be a flesh golem of us. What are you
I'm
talking
going
about?
to put into this. Sparky shrunk his height by a foot.
Even
it's
smaller.
It's a 1'2" abomination.
And if it was alive, it would be screaming, "Kill me!"
It is alive.
But yeah, okay.
And expect God.
I just.
I also like that the part of Gunmar that you have is a part that Gunmar doesn't have.
Yeah,
Dragonborn don't have tail.
I know, and I always thought that was stupid. See here. Oh, I was gonna give you the hat so you could like to have a tail, but
Yeah.
You
Nah.
can do
it
that
takes
over
an
dinner.
hour.
Oh, that would be a major fuck you to Alex.
Well, except you wouldn't actually have a tail. You
I
would be
know,
a
but it
version
would
of a
look
tail.
like I had a tail.
No, it's fine. We'll go to the hospital. They can give you a tail.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
We can find a guy named Haggard and he'll give me a pigtail. You're the only one that got that.
I mean, I got it too.
Harry
It's
Potter
just
reference?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Harry Potter, book 1, first time meeting Hagrid. Gives it to Dudley.
Yes. Shall we eat?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys enter the lodge. It is about 8 o'clock now, so near the end of dinner, but food serves almost all night, but definitely served at 8. So you guys go get some food. It would be, if you want to get just the standard kind of meal, it's 3 silver, but if you want to get the steak again, it's 5.
Yeah.
Fucking steak.
We're
I
gonna
can't
go
front this
standard.
time.
Alright. Would you like fish or meat?
No. You
And
do
the
that,
standard comes with
they
poultry, so it
get
comes with
the
half a
money
chicken.
We'll go with the chicken.
afterwards.
Cool.
Standard.
Would you like chicken or fish?
Closer are we to the sea?
No, but this is Riverfish.
How close are we to the sea? No.
Fair question! If it's river fish, I'll take the fish.
Okay, it's rainbow trout.
Cool.
Cool.
You said 3
Steak.
silver?
3 silver.
Steak.
Gunmar liked the baked potato, even though
Oh,
he
no.
burned the fuck out of
It's
his mouth.
super good. Tanner just wants a different meal the next day.
Yeah, I'll have the normal standard meal.
Chicken or steak? Sorry, chicken or fish.
Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
Cool. Does it have a chicken? The side dishes remain the same. And you can get a salad again. Oh, no,
like,
the fish.
divided
The
up
fish is
properly. It's just
fucking
a
amazing.
chicken they cut in
It's
half.
like fish.
Because it's actually based on a meal that the Greenbrier Inn makes. It's rainbow fish on butter sauce, and it's
Oh,
fucking
that sounds
great.
So good.
My mom gets it every time, and I get it
everything
every
comes
year.
with sides,
Real quick.
so.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the arcane identifiers.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
You
I'm just
currently
making sure.
have
I'm
that,
gonna
yes.
remove it from my inventory.
Currently have it at 2, I'm pretty sure.
Did I add the bread to my inventory?
I will say,
That's
just because
gone.
he's such a big man, you do see Herman McPherson as you go in. He's in the big room just hanging out. He seems to be there quite a bit.
Perfect.
Oh, hello. Doing it a lot.
Right, yeah, we pay for rooms.
Yeah.
It's another 5 silver for a room.
It's another 5 silver room.
Still bunking with me, Sparky?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why I wrote the phrase alabaster equals monkey.
The
Oh, the woman alabaster no, the alabaster is the name of the monkey we found. Never mind.
Yeah, that's exactly why you wrote that.
Alabaster equals monkey.
The only way
I can see why you were confused though.
Yeah,
Reject vulgarity! Return to monkey!
return to alabaster.
By the way, he's not a white monkey.
Are you
He's
paying
just
for
a
the night or am I
normal
paying?
color monkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brought off some money on Squirt. 2 silver, 5 copper.
Add 5 silver because how the math happened.
Yeah.
I would have converted like 5 gold into like 50.
They will do that at the
I'm
counter
pretty sure
for
I'm
you,
monkeying with Squirt.
which is an
Okay.
actual feature of high-end
That's what
resorts.
the
Is that
room
they'll cash checks for you. It's a major issue of check fraud, actually, because they're not trained to
They're not trained
identify.
to check it. They're just trained to put it in the machine.
Yeah. They have me doing that. Exclusively, one customer at Kroger pays with checks.
Oh god, I hated doing checks at Kroger.
It fucking just... And the first time it happened, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, because I wasn't trained to do that. It's like, hey, they're not going to pay with checks. At the
Regular
Kroger
register?
on Morse
No,
Road.
they're at the register.
At
Right?
register.
Yeah, try doing it in pickup.
What the fuck?
Yeah, actually.
Mhm.
Like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, no, people would come in, whole like coupon book, they'd check to pay for it. You have to go back in and scan the whole thing, and the coupons never worked.
Oh, thank God I left pickup before that
And then
happened.
everyone else is like, well, why is my order taking so long? The guy 2 cars in front of you is trying to pay with a check. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. So you guys eat. You guys have the rest of the evening for yourself. Godfrey. Yeah.
Darwin is going to eat as quickly as he can,
Kill some.
and then he is going to head off for a bit.
Okay. Easily done.
Like, out of the inn, or...
Yes.
I kind of...
Meals only take about 30 minutes.
Are
So.
you sneaking out?
I want to do a thing.
Not necessarily. I'm not announcing that I'm leaving, but I'm not going to stealth.
He's doing an
We
Irish
notice
goodbye.
him leave.
I mean, you notice him leave the cantina.
we notice him leave
10.
Would we notice him leave the building?
No, the building's huge.
I wasn't sure. I layout. I
Like,
wasn't
where-
sure if we could see like the door.
Like, it
No,
could
you
literally
can't,
be
no,
as
the-
simple as Darwin gets up from the table, and we presume he goes to the bathroom, or...
Or you
Yeah.
could ask me if you want. Like, I'm getting up.
Alright,
It's
you
true.
My food is gone.
okay?
Head to
Yeah,
bed,
you
Darwin?
kind of ate fast.
I was just gonna head out for a bit. I have a little bit of something that I would like to do.
Fair.
Have fun!
Have fun.
You say
Happy hunting.
Do you need a hunting partner?
I'm fine by myself, but if someone would like it,
Gunmar would like to do a thing too, since this is pretty much the day that day before that Godfrey is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
He will go up to the counter and that kind of he's like, "Is it okay if I?"
Yeah? You don't have dark.
Or because I know you have like in-house
Here, maybe this will make
entertainment.
the hunt
Is it
easier.
okay if I start doing a
Touch.
drinking
You have dark
song
vision
to
for
commemorate our
hours.
friend leaving?
The guy at the bar looks at you and goes like, "If you start singing, they may pick it up. If they don't, just leave the room. If they aren't joining in after a minute or two, you might want to quiet down."
Alright.
Anyway, the singing doesn't start till 9. You got half an hour.
Alright, Gunmar goes back and just kind of... He starts to try to sing the fucking Drunken Scotsman, which is a fucking drink on, but replace Scotsman with its wharf.
Okay.
This is Skyrim.
Yeah.
Probably
I
just
mean, Skyrim's got good music.
Yeah.
Fantasy Village music playlist. There's been an Oblivion before,
Yeah.
which somehow
I heard
picked up.
Pokemon earlier.
Yep. So I have
And,
500 hours in that game. So what?
So I heard Pokemon earlier.
Oh shit! I missed the Pokemon.
Gunmar will turn to look to Godfrey. He's like, "Hey, Godfrey, can you give me a beat?" Like,
He will start like just hitting the table and giving you a beat.
Does he give a beat?
Is there,
Is it good?
is there any song you
I
want
think
to
he's
play?
trying to help.
Okay.
Drunken Scotsman.
Yeah.
And wait before you start playing it, so I can do a performance check. Can I get advantage because Godfrey is helping?
Yeah.
You did ask, and he is giving you a beat. So yeah, go ahead.
12.
You're good.
I don't want to.
A 17 notes.
It's good. Like you can finish the whole song and people join in for a little bit, but as you can play it, and like the song gets played and people kind of join in and level out a little bit. They do kind of what you call. They enjoy like the little change in pace and stuff like that and join in, but then they kind of quiet down, knowing that it was not enough to surpass the entertainment they know is coming.
Yeah.
Basically, like you're the opening act.
And it's very obvious, this is a drinking song that Gunmar is singing.
Before he's drinking.
Oh,
Darwin, are you
Cool.
going back to Post?
give me a roll for that, by the way.
Are you going back to Post? Hear this in your head.
Back to post.
Back to Post.
Post
This has never
Post
happened
is
to
the
you,
guy.
by the way.
Yeah, this has never
Oh.
happened to you.
What? Who?
You're out in the foyer in the big room while this happens.
Who is this?
New fund who dis.
It is a British accent.
It's Tenna.
Okay. No, I wasn't going back to post, actually.
Wanted to later, let me know.
I want to.
Freaking a fucking Portal 2 the fucking turret vibes.
Yeah, no, I would like to do that at some point. That'd be nice.
Hello.
That's the British accent.
It's the British accent.
I'd like to.
Like work.
Goodbye.
Are you still there?
Once.
Ah!
Yeah, I was.
We've made that so. I made that so true.
Every time I use this thing, I have to double check.
It's a complicated way of doing it.
It's
but
really complicated.
I like it. It's nice.
No, I like it. I just need to double check the specifics every
Yeah.
time because it's still new.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think that?
You know, getting back to the sluice and finding him will take you about 35 minutes of just good paced walking.
Okay. How long do you think that hunting would take?
Alright, it's over.
It's 30 minutes to get outside of town, and then you're outside of town. Depending on what you want to hunt, it'll be very dark, but that'll work out. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. In that case, it depends what you want to go for and when you want to call it. Depending on how good you roll, you can basically say I want to leave time to go to there like before midnight or something like that, and that gives me the window that you operate in. How good you roll is what you get. If you are going for like a stag, then roll for that, and I'll tell you if you get it, if not, or how quickly you get it.
We've got the next 5 hours. We can talk about it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Do you want to be awake for the next 5 hours?
Probably not, but like.
In the middle of the night.
You said it's
Hey,
what,
Darwin, still awake?
7:30?
It is.
Later.
You finish it. You left at 8:30.
8:30.
By the way, your singing
It goes
causes
till,
about 30 minutes
I'd
of
like
like
to-
different drinking songs.
If I don't have anything by like 11:30, then I'll call it.
Cool.
Head back.
Go ahead.
But I would like to get as much
It's like
much
8 now,
help
right?
specifically as possible.
But you have to book in an hour for travel. It's 30 minutes outside of town, 30 minutes into town.
Bear has gone. Bear has gone. Bear has gone. Drinks.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh, sure.
Solid. We're all better at using it. I'm proud
Yeah.
of us.
That's a 20.
Can I nominate myself?
Wait. All right. I had the DC for a stag at a 20.
I know.
You don't get like a award-winning stag, but you
Yay.
do get one.
Thank you.
It has like 50
I
pounds
didn't
of
do
meat
that
on it
just to
and
get inspiration.
stuff
I
like.
wanted to
Oh, no, we
commemorate Godfrey's
If you spend
part
like
of the reason we're getting
you get it
this
relatively
already.
quickly.
Yeah.
You spend an hour butchering, killing it, and putting it into a sled
That's
made
how
out of its
fire
skin.
works.
You could easily sell the whole bundle for 25
like
gold.
5 minutes later.
Okay.
Or you can get 10 days worth of rations out of it
He
easily.
walks out the
No,
door
more than that.
5 minutes later.
Like 20.
Yeah, rations like a pound or two.
Like that meme.
One ration is 2
Smiling.
pounds, but like, do you want all meat in your
Yeah,
ration?
you wouldn't want all meat.
You bought a bag
And
of
plus, you would
I
also
do.
dry the
Yeah.
meat. Yeah.
So in the bag of holding it goes.
If you have a bag of holding,
He
yeah.
does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then yeah, just you butcher it, you rough butcher it.
Bought it?
They bought the 2 bags.
I thought there were 3.
No, you
No.
only bought 2.
Oh, cool.
We bought
And
2
there's
of the
us.
3.
You bought 2
and then I head
publicly
back.
available.
Oh wait, yeah, you get back by 11.
Can I
Yep.
initiate the thing? Okay. Right, I'm done with my business.
It's a couple.
Does this work?
miles,
How do I
right?
do this?
Hello.
By the edge of
Are
town.
you still
Yeah.
there?
I imagine by now we're all deep in the party for Godfrey.
Yeah, Godfrey's party kicked off around 9. He actually had stepped away from the table and talked to the bartender as well, mentioning that he wanted to do a couple things. Rolled really high in a persuasion check because he gets that. And as you were basically singing along and stuff like that, and he had joined for like a little bit, but he then went backstage and talked with some of the performers back there. Not really backstage, to the side. There's no backstage. There's stage. I mean, there's a stage, but there's not like it's not a theater house.
There's no backstage.
Yes. He went and talked to them, and he also set up a couple things around the edge of the stage. Just the miniest things. And as 9 o'clock rolled around, the MC from last night came out and claps everybody and goes like, "Oh, we're in a good mood tonight," and all that. Anyway, I just want to say we have a special evening tonight. A glorious individual who has come to visit us for a night of revelry and joy has requested to lead us at a rounding chant and a beautiful melody in honor of his departure on wayward journeys. May I introduce to you all Godfrey Lordbrook. And he comes out with his bagpipes, but he gets kind of quiet and he starts playing, and even though it's an enclosed space, it's a relatively large enclosed space, and it does reverberate quite well. And he plays this kind of deep thumble rumble that gets quicker and quicker, and as he gets quicker, other members of the band behind him start joining in, people wearing lutes and drums and all that, and it just starts getting into a kind of a party atmosphere, fast-paced, quick music with this bagpipe lead. And it gets people moving and jumping, and people near the front start moving tables out of the way and making clear the dance floor that is actually what turns out to be there.
Gunmar goes ahead and joins in on the dancing. He turns off like the intimidation factor and turns off the bellowing.
Cool. And yeah, everyone really, like, he's really got the party going and stuff like that. It goes for hour after hour. Around 11 o'clock, he pulls out a wand of conducting and activates it and lets it go, and it floats there and continues the beats of the songs and stuff like that. And then he takes out the pyrotechnics one and starts, especially in the night, sending off mini fireworks throughout the room, giving this great light show effect that goes on for 20 minutes or so. And the finale is by signaling a couple of the bards in the back. They are able to use minor spellcasting, probably thaumaturgy or prestidigitation, to light the fuses on all the fireworks he put in. And
This can only end great.
they start going from the end going forward. And the good news is that the ones they used were not the shoot-up rocket exploding ones, but the big sparkler ones. And it just showers of sparks. Maybe a little hot if you're close to it, but just start a wave going to the front, and he's up at the front just conducting and playing. And with this, and the revelry is through the roof. And it all ends with several bangs from the pyrotechnics as it hits the crescendo of the band and the wand, and the whole place goes dark as like everything gets put out, and then the lights start coming back up as thaumaturgists are lighting everything up again, and everyone's clapping and laughing, and by midnight they're all ready and pooped, and he gives a bow and says goodnight.
Did you take
No. What nuts? Oh,
my pecan? Yeah.
I did not. I do like those.
Where'd they?
Hey, talk to Dolphin. They're candied pecans, and they're delicious.
That sounds good.
How much of that did Darwin actually get to see?
None. He left before 9
I left some of my more well-behaved bugs behind to watch.
to catch
Like
the
in
show.
the eaves.
Yeah.
They're up just in the rafters going like, this is
What are
nice.
the bugs?
Yeah.
What are the bugs' names? And we've got mine the name.
One of them's Bertold, I know.
I like to imagine that Evan is digging into his bag for the bugs.
Pulls out a jar. And
Yeah.
I'm just imagining
Right
like the
about
little
11
like, get
o'clock.
stick bugged animation.
Get stick bugs, motherfucker.
Halfway through the hunt, you just like you can see through your bugs. You just cast a like, oh, that's part of
They're
it.
the familiars.
I've left behind Bertold, Francis, and Jill.
Of course.
Yes. Bertold's a little bit ornery, but the other two will keep check.
if they're in a group, it's solid.
He just needs someone to check him.
Alright.
Where's
Yeah.
the one up where we're all gonna play Darwin's Bugs?
You can DM that.
Please,
Yeah.
I
That'd
will.
be
I'll write
awesome.
something.
I don't think D&D would be the right system for it.
Like
It doesn't need
jerks.
to be D&D.
But yeah, the night goes on. The party is quite successful, and it's not everybody really knows the true significance of it, but it is a sending off party nonetheless.
By Paris, fight them off. Like while you don't really know.
Oh my god, the entire thing just takes
It's
place
on
under
Darwin's
Darwin's
body.
clothes.
Yes.
It ends with, hey, what's going on down there?
The hand of God picks up the infected one. It's like, no.
Thunk.
There's 8 bugs surrounding like 4 that have been.
It's like fucking antibodies.
Antibodies.
But yeah, that goes on till midnight. If you want to do anything, stay the whole time. You wanted to go at 11, you said?
Whenever I hear from him.
About 11.
At about 11, Sparky, you hear in your head, Darwin and I are gonna go. Nope, sorry. Darwin and I are going to go check out the house.
Do you want me to come with you?
All of us should not go.
Okay. Like, you mean all of us as in the whole group, or all of us as in me, you, and Darwin?
All of us as in the whole group is too many people.
Okay.
Just 6 of us.
I'm not generally good at the shitty type stuff. I feel like I would be more of a dead rather than a help.
So I can go. If we're not back in the morning, come with me, boss.
Absolutely. Just give me a holler in your head if anything happens to you.
I would like to point out that you all guys still haven't leveled up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we slept.
As
Did
an
we get a
hour-
short rest during dinner?
You've had multiple.
Oh yeah, you've had multiple
Okay.
short rests.
Yeah.
No, I was helping for a lot of it.
Dinner, there was actually other times of downtime and stuff where, yes, you've had a short rest.
Cool.
Yeah, those die.
But yeah, anybody who wants to go to post, we can do that now.
How far is it from here to post?
About 35 minutes.
Distance-wise.
You will be able to.
35 minutes.
It's a little over a mile and a half.
Okay. Just checking.
So outside of brain range.
Outside
Yeah.
of brain range. Yep.
Mhm.
We measure time here.
Ah, Star Wars method.
Yeah. It's gonna make the same
Time and
joke.
distance. I understand now.
Is it half rounded up? Okay, those they recover.
I've rounded down.
I think
I think it's rounded up because otherwise level 1 you'd never recover hit die.
we'll go with that then.
Except you always round. You always recover at least.
Yeah, it does have that minimum 1 caveat.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like healing. You all get at least 1
Okay.
damage.
Greatest thing. I would just we're a roundup campaign. Everything's roundup. Sometimes you pay more.
We've already
Sometimes
rounded
your
down
life
on
gets
things.
saved.
Well, from now on, we'll round up. Done. Fuck the past. It's gone.
Fuck the past, it's gone.
I can agree with that.
Alright,
we
that's
motivate-
getting added to the
I would
quote.
like to nominate DM for inspiration.
I would be okay with that.
I'm not, because he'll
Why?
just use it as advantage to fucking
Yeah, but he'll
roll.
use it on like the first roll he possibly has, which could just be something dumb.
You don't know that.
It could be you.
It could
I
be,
know you!
It could be your bartering roll.
What did he just say? I don't remember what he said.
I fuck the past or something like that.
Like, fuck the
gone
past.
now.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead now.
I slip out of the party and go find Darwin.
Do you want to slip out or just want to leave?
It's gone.
I leave, but I'm trying to leave without like drawing
You can.
undue attention.
There is a party
I don't want to
going on,
distract from the party, but I don't care if the party notices.
Okay, that's fine. You
You
leave.
know?
Yeah, I would say the highest person, like Godfrey. Well, Godfrey's fucking busy.
Godfrey's busy.
I would be watching out because I know they're fucking
Yeah.
leaving.
Anyone who has a passive over 13, I say, just.
Alright, I think that's most of it.
How about 10 plus high your dex? Not dex. Stealth. Your passive stealth. Just like I'm not
I
trying.
you were gonna see it.
Okay,
18.
goodbye.
You you don't try, but
I'm
you do leave.
Batman.
No one really notices.
Cool.
No one cares.
Sparky might have because he was looking.
I'll give you.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that probably is true.
Go find Darwin.
You guys probably the best way to meet is in Grove Park. Grove Circle.
Sure.
Big Stour cat. Like you guys don't know this town perfectly, and it's a giant landmark.
Well,
I
are
currently
you right
have dark vision because of Vanya and also Eagle Eyes.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
Park
can actually
Street,
see
yeah.
down the main road the whole way. So no, you guys meet up relatively quickly.
Oh, here I am.
now?
You're like 4,000 feet away. Hi. And you don't see anything. You're just like, it just starts jogging.
Does your Eagle Eyes let you see at night?
No,
No,
it
but
just
go, you do.
increases the distance.
Yeah, to a mile.
Actually, dark vision, the bell only gives you 60 feet.
That's
Really? So it
true.
doesn't increase it?
Right.
Yeah.
The good news is the Grove Circle's well lit.
Okay.
I
You'll see
didn't
Darwin
wanna do
under a
something
single
sparky.
street lamp.
Your pupils
Just
Several
standing there.
thousand
He's not
feet.
The few people that go around are just like looping
Wide
really
around.
far, yeah, wide around me.
Like
Also,
you're
you-
5 minutes from a public disturbance call.
You're loitering, Darwin.
I will say you notice Tanner a good 10 minutes before like you are in comfortable distance to go like hi.
Okay.
Those eyes are amazing, and like in this environment, like big ass main street, one way, all lit.
Oh, there he is. Where? What are you pointing at?
4,000 feet that way.
I did
Exactly.
wanna, when Gunmar is hard to go to bed, I wanna do
Something.
the thing.
Okay.
Gunmar.
Do you guys want to do that
You
while I
see-
finish eating real
Yeah.
quick?
You see the.
We'll go to the future.
You see it again.
Yo, so Gunmar,
Yeah. What's up?
what's with the scar?
And you see him from a smile because he's still very happy with the fucking night. See it goes like to, and he quickly like fucking like covers it up and shit. What scar?
Yeah, no, I think
That's
Yeah, that's something up.
What are you talking about?
What? No, you.
What?
It is nothing to worry. I'm going to wear a shirt.
I'm sorry if I fucking her. I apologize.
I'm not quite ready.
I'm here when you want to. I won't bring it up.
Perfect. Perfect amount of time.
Now it's 11 o'clock. You guys have met up. You head over to the sluice. It takes you about 30 minutes or so, just because of distance. This is my issue for making a giant ass city. Well, you know, distance is a thing. So yeah, make it over there. You know the way, so you're just there.
Alright, Darwin, what's your plan here?
What's your plan? It was his idea. We'll wait till Tanner gets back.
Come on, go see the things that Ghost has to sell, right?
Yeah?
Right. He's not a good man,
Yeah.
as long as you're aware. Alright, we go.
So you knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. A
That's
beat.
Steve's can.
Do you want to do it in Thieves' Can? You can knock in Thieves' Can.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want to say?
Thieves can't.
Makes a little bit.
Thieves can.
You have a couple things at your disposal. You know, like the Cantus crew name and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
true.
You can also just say
I
something.
just say customers.
Okay, yeah, that's actually works out pretty fine. You hear again the sliding of a stool and walking over, and the rustling of something and a peek and looks at you two and goes, "Alright, I thought people would be stopping by." And he opens the door for you.
Then you hear Sparky in your head.
No, you don't. No, I don't.
Oh, you hear that?
Too far
Oh,
away.
that's right. Okay, Sparky thinks to himself, "Oh, by the way, Tanner, can you pick me up something if you see anything?" And then doesn't get a response back and assumes
That Tanner's dead.
that Tanner's currently talking to someone.
Cool. You guys are coming in. It looks the same. There's a bed to the side, a small counter to the back, the giant chest, the table with the book out, and several candles around it. Again, no windows in here. The roof is slightly taller than the other ones, but not by much. The only exit that you can see is the door. There is the window next to the door. From the inside, you can see it's been nailed shut. And there's another window also nailed shut that's at the back of the building.
Okay.
He sits down. There's only one other chair, so one of you has to stand.
I'll stand. Oh.
Perfect.
Both take half the seat.
Actually, Tanner will stand on the chair so that he is eye level with everyone else in the room.
Sure.
Okay.
So, what can I offer you today? Depends what you want to do. Do you have any goals in mind?
Not particularly. We're just going around generally. You didn't have any goals in mind, did you?
He is speaking in common. Just saying.
My goal was to get cool shit.
Cool illegal shit.
That's kind of shit.
He looks you over, and he goes, I might have something for you. I'm not sure what line of you're working, but you seem the outdoorsy type.
No,
He looks at all of his
never.
And he goes over to the trunk, and he takes out, you see him like block it. You hear a clunk of a key. He opens it up. Well-oiled hinges. It opens without a sound. He takes something out. Closes. You hear clunk. Another clink as the key gets put away. And locked again. And he turns around and he's holding a pair of shoes.
Ooh,
And he goes and puts them down and like they look like a normal workman's pairs of shoes. Like nothing special. Sorry, not a work pair. A normal pair of hunting shoes, a little well worn. These are known as the boots of false.
Better use magic eyes on them.
I almost did. Not thinking about it.
Wherever you go, instead of leaving footprints, you can leave prints of any animal, and you can even make them go in the opposite direction.
Is this an item that... wrong voice.
I woke up, kid.
Right, is this something that would need attunement?
That's an excellent question. I don't think I have that written down.
Oh, Alex gets to use his spreadsheet.
Yes, it is
It
my
looks like a
spreadsheet.
very nice spreadsheet.
It looks like an Excel.
You see my
It is an
attunement's
Excel sheet.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
54 right now,
Spreadsheets.
and
I
it'll need to be
Does.
pretty
That was one of
useful
his
if
big things in
it
Well,
needs attunement.
me.
Like he was
Really
really
good
good
at
with
it.
Of
spreadsheets.
course it was.
Do you remember?
That doesn't
Yes.
surprise me.
How good you are with spreadsheets. My sister is also very good with spreadsheets. I am not.
I have not only a degree in finance, but I am
A degree in spreadsheets?
basically I have a degree in financial modeling, which
Oh,
uses
yeah.
Excel. So I am over proficient in Excel.
The only spreadsheet I have used, and I kid you not, years to track my snake's weights.
I made an
To track her
Excel
growth.
Aw.
for DoorDash and Uber Eats products. You might be the only one to eat.
It is good snack.
She started it when I bought her.
How big is she now?
Over a foot long. It's pretty.
They don't require
They
attunement.
Awesome.
Foot long.
How much were you thinking of
Sorry.
for such an item?
3,000 gold.
It was solid.
I could let these puppies go for
Not puppies, they're shoes.
They're made out of puppies.
150 gold.
Did you say 200 or 300?
250.
Well, normally I would haggle, but Darwin knows his place when it comes to social things. And he's going to say, sounds like a deal.
Didn't bring the fucking curse.
You hold out his hand.
I mean,
Do you hand him
Tanner's got-
250?
Yeah, hands him the...
Tanner's got the charisma for it. Grace hates haggling.
He goes in and like feels around and he starts putting out
Perfectly
stacks.
balanced, as all things should be.
The stacks come out as 50 gold. He has 5 stacks. He sweeps them all again, and he goes and he hands
Like
over
in
the
real
shoes.
life.
They are in fact boots of false tracks.
Oh, thank God.
They are, in
Thank you
fact,
very much.
work boots.
About to stab this man in the throat.
You don't know that until you start
do
using
Yeah.
them. They actually don't require attunement.
You take the chair to put your new boots on.
I'm gonna say to stuff that doesn't require attunement but needs a beat to figure out if it works or not. 5 minutes,
Fair.
just because. Yeah. Otherwise, like the gloves are weird. Like I put them on and they're gone. Like did I put them on or did I not put them on?
I can feel that they're there.
Yeah. But no, like it takes a minute or two.
We're so unmagic that magic items freak us out. It's great.
For you, you seem a little sneaky. I think I could offer you
You're the
Bye.
You're the one that was
that's
the
a-
thieves' camp.
You are the Batman.
broken ass thing. I'll offer you this.
I heard
He takes his hand, reaches into his he's wearing a long like leather coat, by the way, like somebody who's like shady as fuck would wear. And he reaches in.
Is it a duster or is it a trench coat?
I think this
Trench duster.
Duster.
I believe it's a,
Can wear a duster.
it's a trench coat because it doesn't have the flaps and stuff.
Oh yeah. Fair.
He reaches into an inside pocket and brings out. By the way, now you notice that he has like long, thin, spindly hands with
Of course he does.
unkept fingernails.
By the way,
Does
what
he
race
like
is
ru-
it?
He's
He's
human.
human.
Does he like
He's like
rusty
the
spoons?
grossest human you've ever met.
Do you like rusty
Morally
spoons?
and physically.
Good
Fair.
prawns,
Salad
finger
fingers.
nails.
I don't know that one.
Salad fingers reference.
It's a
I
what?
think.
Salad
He's
fingers.
Yeah.
doing a salad fingers
I don't know
reference.
salad fingers.
It's fine.
He's
It's old.
holding a pair of dice. They are standard dice.
Wow.
The red, the single dice, the ones on them
Rocks go click clack.
are red. The rest of the dots are black. They look to be made of bone. And he goes like, now, you get caught with these anywhere in the seedier parts of the town, you'll lose your hand. But until then, they'll roll whatever you want.
Those dice.
It actually,
Type of game.
no,
Liar's Dice
yeah.
is a game.
Yeah.
We play Liar's Dice with these dice.
You would not. It would actually not be enough dice for Liar's Dice. Liar's Dice seems like 6 or 8 dice.
No, you use it for your own hand. Anyway. It's not how Liar's Dice works.
I guess yeah. You put in as many. Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh, that's a foot thing.
You wanted what these?
I could let these go.
No, that's the part.
Well, see, these are money makers, so I have to charge a bit of a premium for these. These are 600.
See, we ain't really been in a situation we need to roll
I
that.
would be in a situation where you know the outcome, and it involves dice.
Still haven't been in many of those, no.
To each their own, then. I like making my own luck.
What else you got?
I'll let you two. Come on, knock it off.
That was mine. It's fine. I don't have 600 gold.
I think one other thing you'd be interested in that I'm willing to give
Or
to
if
you.
there's something that he thinks someone in the rest of the party would be interested in.
Yeah, we're generous folks, willing to give a gift.
I was more telling Alex that he could bring stuff up because other people might want cool illegal things.
That's true.
And I mean, Sparky is easily identified as a magic user, Bonnie's identified as a druid.
I was easily
You're
identified
easily
as a
identified
paladin.
as a paladin.
Well,
Well, as a holy person of some variety.
I actually think
I'm
only
wearing,
one
like,
other one here is not
smoky
creepy
armor.
and
Oh,
actually
yeah.
useful.
Oh,
You do have the look of a bad person. Never do.
But like you two would have the look of somebody who hits things with weapons.
the only
I have
Helps,
one
'cause-
other thing that I think I could
I have a holy adventure.
look you out. No.
Holy.
He takes out
Alex
from.
really wants a holy avenger.
Yeah, we can afford it and we're level 16.
It's
There's
true.
wildly different campaigns.
Also, we broke that one.
Yeah. He pulls out a small glasses case. He opens them up, and you see
There are
two
glasses.
gemmed glasses of purple tint. Yeah, like that. Oh wow, those are nice.
That
It is a battered, like old, looking glasses case that looks like it was once quite fancy, and just wear and tear over an unknown amount of time has taken its toll on this.
The case
But-
wasn't enchanted.
Yeah.
When you open them, they are still gleaming and still very, very beautiful, tinted purple glasses. These are Eyes of Charming, illegal in the entire empire, as illegal charming is, as the name implies, illegal.
Right. Oh, following.
That being said, most people are used to the moving of hands, the incantation. These little flick of glasses, they're all yours.
I'm asleep.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no, Goddess said, oh
Are
dear.
other people?
I'm not really.
No.
Like, I was originally interested when we did the original shopping trip. But then I no, those seem a bit illegal. So I'm not gonna bother. But,
Never mind.
If
I'll
they
do
showed
something
up.
else.
listen, all I'm saying is they could very much help us if we ran into a big
Problem.
douchebag
Yeah.
because we've already ran into a few
And
douchebags
we
that,
killed them.
yeah, and we either killed them or got them sent to prison.
Seems like our track record's doing
You
great,
take what you-
though.
Get what you fucking deserve.
But yeah, a charmed person would have ended that whole thing with what's his fuck wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm half thinking
take it.
like, sure, I'll take those. Properly attuned. Damn. But just immediately using it on him was my first
Well,
thought.
there's also probably a save.
Yeah.
Also, they know they've been charmed.
After a minute.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Bad
You
start.
know you've been charmed.
I think
That's
it's an
why we
hour
use it on
for charm
douchebags.
person.
Charm
Nope.
person? Nope, it's a minute.
It's a minute.
Is it a minute? Shit.
No, friends might be in that.
Friends is a
Friends
minute.
is a minute.
Charm person, I think, is an hour.
Double check.
I don't have charmed person.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I can let this antique vintage set going, inherited from a personal friend of mine, for 700 gold.
It's 1 hour charm person.
Told you.
Then afterwards, they know they've been charmed, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they always know they've been.
Probably good to use.
Dominant person, I think you can make it so they don't.
Oh, maybe.
But it's also an 8th level.
Dominate monster
Dominate
is the
monster
8th
is
level.
the 8th
Dominate
level.
person is 5th, I
Fifth.
think.
Sorry, dominant creature or something like that. No, maybe
Dominant
dominant
monster.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
the
monster.
info.
Is
I
the
think
generic
that's the
Him
one
and Blaze
on
can both cast
because
both of
it's
those
on
spells.
creature,
Yeah.
and you can do humanoids. I think that one you can make it so they don't know.
Just need a whip.
And I think that
Alright.
the
Some leather.
distinction between them is that the person
Maybe
one is
flog?
restricted to humanoids and the other one is
Creature.
Paddle?
But other than that, they're functional.
Fuzzy hand.
700 gold.
A sock.
I could always lend you
Two
them.
soap bars.
I just need you to pay back as soon as.
I've seen what happens when you.
Lucas was not harmed. I did not go. I simply waited. And you'll have all the chances.
But struggling to decide, like, I personally
Oh,
get the money,
nice.
so.
I don't care.
Darwin
that I know
speaks
there's
into
something
your
for-
mind like, I don't care about these.
I don't think they're useful either.
Me, myself, and I. The royal we.
So
I was fidgeting with those.
I wanted to fidget
So
with
no
you
on
too,
the-
but you
no on
were
the glasses.
So upset.
Probably not. Well, I don't have 700 to spend.
Unfortunately, I rolled quite high. And,
That's fair. No, they're cool. They're a cool item. Just,
and honestly, I've already changed it because those commons I went up to uncommon because of the legal nature. I'm not going to make the uncommons go up to rare. That just feels bad. It's such a jump. Well,
Wookie.
I don't have much left, but if you find something that's maybe a little steamy, a little hot, I also take in for a small commission.
We come back with a steaming pile of shit.
A tea kettle.
If it's a fancy enough tea kettle.
Could
But
get
if you have
Assassin's
trouble selling
Teapot.
something, or maybe picked up something you shouldn't have at a little guest house,
We'll
I
keep
can
it
take
in
it off
mind.
your hands.
Right.
Acquired fencing services.
Yeah, right. You don't have anything lying around for like educate people.
Nothing too much, no. Unfortunately, a lot of the magic stuff is controlled heavily by the guilds and those who can cast it anyway.
You notice.
No, these are devices for the less magically inclined.
Right. Well, thank you for your business.
Thank you as well.
Very helpful.
Always to see new customers in town.
Who knows? Maybe we'll stop by again.
Anytime, I'm always here.
That way.
Idea of the gun mart.
Yep. Tanner was not going to invite anymore.
Now if our business is concluded.
We'll get out of your room.
Yeah.
And he waves his hand and the door opens. I am a proprietor, not a user.
A lot of things.
Bye.
We head out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we head out.
It's kindly attended. Fuck off.
Yep.
And then in your head, just like, hey, you might not have been a good guy, but he seems awfully useful.
Oh, he's very useful. Problem is, a lot of useful people are terrible. Sorry,
I'm
that
willing
was
to-
That was in the brain, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a brain.
It's fine. Somebody was calling me. That's my excuse. On Discord.
Oh,
I'm willing to accept that.
I've never done a call. No, I have. I've done that tons of times.
Okay.
Alright. I just don't think of them as calls. But yeah.
It made my phone do the "you're getting a call" buzz.
Yeah, I know, but it's like calling on Skype. Like, that's not a phone call, that's Skyping. It's like, yeah, you see.
Anyway.
You make it back, it takes about 30 minutes. It's midnight when you guys get back. Everyone else is exiting the cantina. The party is still kind of going on. Godfrey's going to go up for a little bit later, but everyone here, I think it's ready for bed.
Barky.
Yes. Yes. Well, good to hear.
As you say that, you exit the cantina and you're both there. You're just like,
Oh,
hello?
guys.
Hey.
Hey!
Everything alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good party.
Yeah.
You have 3 days to sell that meat or get it jerkied before it
Okay.
Or buy a bag of clothing.
Which does exist. They have limited space.
Yeah.
That is one of the major downsides. They only hold 100 pounds.
We have to hold all the ice.
400 pounds of ice.
And it is cold, but it will magically just preserve it. It kind of does that by cold / magic.
I like to imagine that it's a normal bag of holding. Someone put 400 pounds of ice into.
And since there's no airflow or anything
It
going
doesn't
around in the
melt.
bag of holding, it just stays there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty solid.
It's a great idea.
I like the idea because rules is written. You can take a brand new pie, nice piping hot pie, and put it in there. And then a month later, just take it out. And it's still hot.
No, it's fantastic.
It is just the stasis sack.
Yeah. It's also cold. Like, oh, that's how they do it. And then you take out a warm pie. And like, it's like magic.
Weird. Magic is crazy.
But yeah.
My
So,
bag of pies.
Various amounts of people are in bed by this point, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say anybody who wants to be, it's midnight. And the lodge.
Yep.
Herman is gone.
I'm still up. And I say back to you. So, by the way,
I'm right here in front of you.
so...
Oh, keep that hidden. By the way, when you're not using them.
The boots of the telepathicness.
The boots.
Okay.
How do you hide telepathy?
Careful about
I
talking
mean,
out loud to
are the
yourself.
boots noticeable at all if I'm not?
No, you said
Using
they
them
look
as
like
such?
workman's.
They look like a well-used pair of hunter's boots. I should
Okay.
correct myself. Of like hunter's boots. You could probably get away with wearing them around town, but if anyone uses detect magic, they could see it.
Be careful with them.
Right.
That was not anyone's voice. That was yours.
Fergie does say in your head real quick. Probably, tell everybody head out tomorrow. Find the link thing.
We're learning slowly. One person at a time. Everyone's asleep.
Well, yeah, that's why I said in the morning before you left.
All go to bed?
But in the end, it's
Yeah.
up to you. Figured in the morning before we all left.
Maybe out in the middle of the city.
Okay.
Anyway.
Bed?
Yeah,
Bed.
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 Okay.
Level up.
Level up.
See the end of Godfrey's party.
It can't. Oh, okay. It'll go to about 2 a.m.,
Okay.
which is when Godfrey's
Okay.
going to turn in. Okay. Yeah.
I missed
you-
the first part, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
See
stay
you
up for the
around.
party.
Cool.
We
two-
don't have plans for the morning, so.
No. 2 o'clock rolls around. Everybody. At this point, the bar is like kicking you guys out. And like everyone is like. A lot of people hung around for. Granted, it was Saturday night, so like this was gonna be a good night anyway. But yeah, Godfrey cheers you guys off kind of tiredly and a little bit sweaty as he goes upstairs to go to bed. You guys follow after, and you guys go to sleep.
Night, Godfrey.
You all wake up. Some of you wake up much earlier than others, but functionally you all make up by at least 10.
I sneak into the bedroom to go to bed if you don't notice.
And by 10 o'clock you all are eating breakfast, have leveled up.
Yay!
Yay.
It's 9:40.
Alright.
But yeah, even then, like, if you're asleep, you have disadvantage on your passive.
Yep.
So I've got a whole
Yep.
9 when I'm asleep.
And my floor
Oh my
is
God, I get
16
new
apparently.
Nice. But yeah, look over your level 4 stuff. If you want that extra feat, please just give me a few words of why you would like it.
I swear to God, I will actually level up to 4 this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened was, I thought last session you said that one more encounter we would level up.
And then you have the encounter.
That didn't connect in my brain. So it's totally on me, but it was just a misunderstanding.
Gotcha.
It wasn't me being lazy.
Anyway,
I meant to level up.
if you want 2
I think we
feats,
were
you
supposed
can
to.
have 2 feats, but if you want the ASI at a feat, you need to give me a... Well, sorry, if you want 2
other way,
feats...
other way.
No, both ways. If you want the extra feat, I need a couple sentences.
Okay.
If you just want to take a feat and like don't want to justify it or anything like that, though I
You get
do...
one feat.
do recommend thinking about, like, why would you take a feat? But you can just take a feat. If you want the second feat, or your first feat if you take the ASI, let me know. I need a couple sentences.
Yes.
You don't need a dissertation or anything like that. The one stuff that I've gotten has been really great.
Let's take him.
My justification good for the
Help me, Obi-Wan.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine.
I have 2 feats.
Am I okay?
I was gonna make a joke like that.
Down
but it was
for
gonna
it.
get more
Down
darker.
for it.
At the beginning of this session.
I was gonna say, so if Lucas writes the paragraph,
He gets 2 feet.
he gets 2 feet.
He has 1 feet.
He has 1 feet,
He needs
but he wants
2
the 2 feet.
But no leg. It's just attached to his knee.
Oh, that's what.
That's awful. Or what were your
You're
boots
freaking
called?
Eidolon in Pathfinder.
Boots
back in
of
college.
There we
Boots
go.
of Falls Tracks.
false tracks.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Evan, do you want to tell the Eidolon story from when you and I played Pathfinder years and years and years ago?
Yeah, I played a summoner when we played Pathfinder 1. And I get to just build my Eidolon, including what limbs it has, for example. And I was thinking about adjusting my Eidolon, and I'm like, so if I remove my Eidolon's legs, do I have to remove my feet too? Something along those lines.
If I remove his legs, do I have to get rid of his feet?
But
And this was a game that Robin was running that eventually just fell apart because we had like 9 people in a virtual
The thing
game.
was, like, it was also there were 2 DMs running it, which was a horrible idea that didn't. Yeah,
that's such an old D&D thing. Like
Yeah.
D&D.
I also DM'd. I DM'd every other week. Or I was also DMing Pathfinder.
I mean, a lot of people will do that. They'll
Did
have
I?
rotating DMs. in
Good
one
God,
day.
that was
I
so
feel
much-
like that was one campaign that we were both.
That was
It
so
avoids
much
burnout.
worse than I had anticipated that I appear to have suppressed the full extent of
Maybe
it.
that wasn't the case. We just both did 2 different games. I'm pretty sure it was the same game.
You guys did 2
Yeah,
different games.
'cause he-
The play is what told.
We're playing next week, correct?
Yes, we are playing next week. Gage and Bray at least won't be
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Think when he
We
was
wake up on the 9th.
We do. We wake up on the 9th.
I'm keeping track, aren't you proud?
What?
Good.
There's a trash can over there.
Because it's a good. Because I.
You're not keeping track.
No, I do. I keep track. It's just I keep track like the Friday before the session.
I just,
But I do it via this.
I just add it to my notes. So like when I write down, because I track session notes by the day that we played, because we don't
That's
haggle
right.
our sessions or anything.
I title them by number. This is session 15.
That-
Is it? Actually, no, is this 14? Let me.
The thing we need to do next session
This is 15.
It's-
I scratched out 14. I apparently made this mistake earlier.
is find out Jenkins' name.
Is that the next goal?
Yes.
We have to-
There's a third quest, a third quest.
I feel like we can skip the third beginner trial quest.
It
And
perfectly fine by me.
Full
Jenkins.
completion, full completion.
But kobolds and druids.
You can swim now.
Oh fuck!
That's
Be a
awesome.
frog.
You can be a frog. So
Do
we could
you ever
do
cycle?
Vanya's thing.